Yeah, whatever. Oh, that's the wrong one. What am I doing? This is the right one. Aha!
Okay, so we are doing Elementalist versus something.
Zirjotari.
Daktari, okay.
Yeah,
Daktari's a
I'm
little
gonna bring
tricky
that
to
book
fight
up.
against as an Elementalist, but let's see what we can do here.
A couple ideas to show up. Your stream, by the way, is alternating between the game and your like main
Oh my
the
god.
main Octagon client, which is
What's
hilariously
happening?
weird.
I got an
Yeah.
idea. Let's
Yeah, I
just
don't know if you can see
get
that or
that
not
off
on yours.
screen. That's really funny.
Yeah, right. It's like, oh, it's Octagon. Totally get it.
I guess it doesn't know. What is happening in this?
Interesting. Yeah,
It
I don't know why
doesn't
it's
know
doing
either
that
one.
one.
Okay, cool. Because I guess they renamed it during a patch or something.
Oh, did they? Yeah,
All
well,
right, well, let's
heads
fix
up. That's a
that.
thing. Yeah.
Capture specific window.
Yeah, there you go. Now it's not flickering. Much better.
Is it?
Yeah, no, it's good now. At least I don't know how much of a delay is on there, so it made it back in 20 seconds ago, but it's definitely not flickering anymore.
Oh god. Oh god, what's happening? Okay, hang on.
Is it not working now?
No, it's not working at all.
Oh, well, now it just went black. But
It's like, you messed with it. How dare you?
oh my god, why did you do this?
Let's see. Capture any full screen. Capture foreground window. Capture specific window. Window title match?
Lol, what?
Alright, screw it. We're going display capture. You guys can now know that I installed Steam on my computer.
My god.
And for some reason, Microsoft Edge is trying to reinstall it in an update this morning.
No,
It was like,
keep
we
Edge away.
updated when Microsoft.
We're not bad, we swear.
We updated it to maybe be a better experience. Please use it. And I'm like,
You guys burned that bridge a long time ago. You need to stop.
I literally use you to install other things, then stop using you.
Yeah, I mean that's the only reason to get.
That's why I do.
Like the only reason Edge ever gets used is to install
Right?
Firefox
Exactly.
or Chrome or whatever you use.
That's exactly it. Okay, we should probably actually do this. So Daktari is a little tricky here.
Yeah, Daktari's gonna be
mainly
fun.
because of the opening.
10 channeling. Sorry.
So the question is, what do we do to go against an aggressive Daktari? And I don't know if this book, creature-wise, is around to handle it. So that's actually a really interesting concept that I might have to revise on this book.
Yeah, we'll have to figure it out then, right?
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna be fine though.
Totally fine. I believed in you once. I believe in you again.
Absolutely. Okay. I mean, the tough part is that you don't have like a good mana crystal opening. But then again, mana crystal openings may not actually help in this case.
So the interesting thing is, Mana Crystal only costs 3 points. It's not that bad of an investment for a book with 135 points.
I guess. I mean, maybe.
It's not terrible. It's not great though. I mean, there's a lot of people like, oh, you should never do it. I'm like, I don't know. 3 points is not that bad. It's the level 2 and 3 spells where you really start to feel it.
Yeah, I agree with that. Absolutely. I mean, it's so hard to get generic spells that you need against certain builds. Like you just like can flat out lose. Like you can try to spike them down with attack spells, but like any good player is gonna look at that spiking and be like, all right, a few defensive spells and I just win. You know what I mean?
I agree to an extent, though. Natural Fury does change the math a bit because it's really built to kind of counter some of that.
Right, so we have what's going on here is he has an aggressive lair and a mana flower. Interesting. Okay.
This is also something I haven't tried before, so we're gonna see how well it goes. But we're gonna try to block off your 2 good Pandemonium zones and see if that works.
That's what you're trying to do. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. We'll see if it works, though.
I'm just gonna not activate something and gain 2 mana.
That's totally fine.
Okay.
Actually, your Fraglyph is activated. It's from the Forge. Never mind. Carry on. You were saying?
So everyone that's just joining us, so we are playtesting. We're playtesting the final set for Mage Wars. It's a board game that involves a lot of tactical play. And we're getting a lot of feedback that Elementalist is too strong. Other players are saying it's exactly right. We're seeing games where players aren't necessarily adjusting their books, getting creamed by certain types of counters to that. Farkas, what's up? Interesting
Farkas.
blocking zone, cool strat. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's something I can do with the 10 channeling mage now that didn't, used to be a thing the Joketari could do.
It's very cool, actually.
We'll
So
see if it pays off, Cotton.
I guess it's kind of, yeah, right. I guess it's one of those situations where a lot of the games I've played have always been really close. And the first time I played Elementalist like swept the floor. But then I like figured out like, okay, there's a lot of other options he can do that doesn't just like instantly lose the game for him. So it's just sort of an interesting idea, I guess,
Even the other day, you and I played a game that literally came down to 1 health between us.
Yeah, we did. It was a really close game.
There have been multiple games like that.
I think Elementalist lost that.
Elementals did lose that, but it was a close game. Either one could have gone either way.
Yeah.
There's plenty of other matches we've had where it has been that close with various types of mages. Like, I don't know. I'm not personally seeing the overpowered part, and
I'm not either.
Interested to see more data on it.
I know that he's really good, and I know his attack spell options are really good. I mean, him lacking a punch does kind of hurt.
Yeah, actually it does, because it's caused all kinds of fun mayhem.
Yeah, right? It really does. Falcons, okay. So
I got a bird.
Just sort of like an interesting concept, I guess.
Yeah.
Right now.
Well, not quick. Would you care to quick, sir?
No.
I guess technically I should have gone after you, but
I mean, it's my action, so we are going to take this action.
Details.
Go ahead and buff myself with a bear strength.
Beautiful.
And then we're going to use the full action to push myself 1 zone.
Mjolnir that.
And then we should be rolling 9 dice against this layer. Is that right?
Yeah, I don't know if it will or not. Oh, wait, no. Bear strength should add to it. Never mind.
Okay, so I'm also actually going to deactivate my glyph, which I believe
it should also automate.
I believe I can do that during the attacks. Yep. So we're going to roll for 11 dice against this layer.
Yeah, it's a pretty good hit.
It says 3 dice, by the way. But
yeah, I need to change the chat.
No
it should only add 2, but double check the number on it while I fix it.
So it should be 11. I'm pretty sure it is right.
Yeah, it's rolling 11. Okay, we're good. I just forgot to change the chat.
Okay, you're all good.
Glyph. No. There we go.
Lots of blanks, but we
7
did roll
damage.
10, so it's about right.
Yeah, it's about right. And I don't know if it won't show up on your screen, but you'll notice the. Did you add the air glyph to it as well?
I did not.
Interesting. That shouldn't happen. However,
I don't know.
no, the inactive ones are there because that shows that you activated a glyph and it did a thing there to remind you, hey, look, you can only do it once per turn.
Yeah.
And the fire glyph, when you hit yes, do it, it shows up as an active token. And when it's on you, it actually adds the buff no matter what. So if you need to redo automation or something like that, put an active fire glyph on yourself and it'll give you 2 extra dice.
That makes a lot of sense.
Let me make some quick patch notes. Chat for glyph.
Also, just the text box for fire just needs to be changed to 2 instead of 3.
Yep, that's what I'm writing down. However, in a few minutes, you'll actually see a new stuff on your chat side too that I added. All right, my turn.
Yes. What you got?
Let's get rid of that.
Okay.
And let's wake that guy up.
Yep.
Who will then attack you.
Yep. 0 armor.
Bird.
Holy cow! I threw Seismic Hammer in Elementalist too. It's a great card for these Conjuration heavy and Yep.
It's really good. Oh man, really good that bird just scratched you. Watch out.
He did 1 damage. My god.
Scratchy scratch.
Scratchy scratch. Or it's a razor beak.
Does that
mean he like cuts you with the top of his beak? He's just like, hey.
Hey, why not the bottom of the beak? Why not the bottom of the beak? Did you think of that?
Why not the bottom? Yeah, it could be that. Hey, Felix, what's going on, man?
What's up, Felix?
What you doing, dude?
Oh boy.
It's not a pecking falcon. It's literally as a blade.
It's not a pecking falcon. It's a heckin' falcon.
It's a heckin' This is actually an interesting turn. Getting rid of my amulet was a good move there, because I was probably going to just cast Pandemonium just so I could start getting combos like
that is something that Puddnhead suggested that I
+2.
thought was a really good idea.
Just dissolving it, yeah. I mean, I don't have 2 in here, but now I might just put 2 in here just
yeah,
because
now you want it, right?
it's really nice. I mean, it is 5 mana, so it's a little expensive. But
I haven't seen too many people actually run 2. Maybe there's some that just it doesn't get dissolved all that often.
Arguably,
so
you don't need to, but you know.
maybe. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
So here's the Earth, Dame. That is a sweet Earth, you might say. Sorry.
I love it, man. I love it. No, I love that old YouTube, man.
Yeah, it's like pre-YouTube shit.
It really is. It really is, my man.
Let's do.
Is it? It's not burn proof, right? Okay, we could burn it.
Oh man, this is where it gets interesting, right? What do you do here to?
I mean, you basically have to capitalize on the fact that you had a spawn point and I didn't. Granted, I have my own spawn point, so it's gonna be kind of a weird.
Well, the fun thing about your spawn point is it doesn't save you any actions. So I'm actually out actioning you because of the spawn point.
Actually, you're right about that. Yeah.
So it's a matter of how do I want to capitalize on that, and I'm not honestly 100% sure yet.
3-point bear strength. That's what I hate.
3-point bear strength, right? That's insane. Why don't we do something that I don't normally do?
Okay.
I'm gonna save that, I think.
Dude, Felix, how are you, dude? How's your day going?
Dude.
We're just doing some playtesting. I'm so glad that we can like playtest in the public now and just be like, these are our thoughts. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree 100%. It's way better that way.
By the way, Farkas, if you're interested after we're done with this game for playing, I would be interested. Or I don't even know if Shark is, but
yeah, another game would be great. It doesn't matter who plays.
I'm looking for just a night of a few games if possible, but you know.
Yep.
Because I'd like to test the monk too.
Yeah, that's a good point. We need a monk test. I need to rebuild all my books because I've been using so many like all my books have been test books to make sure the code works. And now I'm done with the code, so I'm like, all right, fine.
That's funny, man.
All right, I'm ready. Sorry that took so long.
No, you're good. How dare you?
Yeah, right. So all the code is fairly working, and I don't have any real problems aside from shit that I want to redo.
We're going up to 2 armor and flame minus, but that probably won't matter.
Done with deployment.
The way I figured it, guys, is 2 armor is probably better than 1 armor, 1 regen, because he's got multiple ways to attack.
And you don't have anything you can regen with. Oh, you mean from which wood? I was thinking
regen is.
I was thinking the other one. What am I talking about? The mail. Elementalist mail. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. That's part of what I'll switch to when he dissolves or gets rid of this.
I'm not gonna dissolve it. I'm gonna make you pay 8 mana to replace it.
That's fair.
Why don't we make you guard? You're a bird. You should guard.
Cool. That puts me in a cool spot where I get to kill a 5.
I believe that's called a pickle.
It's a pickle. Is this my action here?
It is.
Okay. We're gonna go ahead and let's not use my action here. We're gonna go ahead and just kill this bird here.
Kill the bird, man.
6 dice.
Oh, question for you because I don't actually. Oh, that's weak.
Good.
I don't actually know the answer to this. Does the glyph activate if your Battleforge casts something? It does not, right?
It does not. So So with the Drake and like something like the Battleforge, specifically it's when the Elementalist casts and resolves it.
Okay.
Theoretically, though, if the Drake casts an enchantment and then it's revealed, it's your Elementalist actually revealing that.
Gotcha. Okay. We're good.
Okay, cool.
And I'm done.
We're gonna do this.
Whatever would you do that?
Oh my god, what a terrible.
Hey! Have you tried rolling better?
Apparently not. At least I got 1 crit out of it. You know?
Yeah. Right.
Got a 1 corrode out of D12. I rolled a 1 through 4. Gotta love it.
It was not a good chance for that. All right. Now to mana. While I have more mana than I usually do, I still have to plan the mana better. Let me do that.
Oh yeah.
I'll do that. Okay. Okay, I think we do this.
Weird round. Thinking.
Yeah, same.
Brain
So
is
no worries, man.
thinking thoughts.
Thoughts and feelings.
Thoughts and feelings. I guess we should do this. It's kind of disappointing to do this, but I guess we'll do it.
Disappointing.
I don't know. We'll just decide when the time comes. How about that, guys?
Strategery.
All right.
All right. I think I'm ready.
Okay.
What you got? Wand.
I have a wand.
No. I got a wand. Why do you do this?
It's probably better to do this one. Disappointing, but we're going to do it. Cool. Another wolf.
Why do I have a feeling I know what that is? All right, what you got?
It's quick cast. We'll pass.
You're gonna pass quick, you said?
Yep. Go for it. Does he have a guard?
Now I'm debating the merits of what I was planning. Nope, I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, pass the quick cast phase. Got past the quick cast phase!
Oh god. I thought I did.
I think you passed the deployment. It's
Right,
no
we're
big.
going to, sometimes it's just glitches. We're going to do a full action.
Yep. Smack it.
We're going to smack that layer up. It should be 9 dice.
Yep.
2 armor. Theoretically, it kills it. Let's see what happens.
I would be surprised if it didn't somehow.
And that's
14 damage on
really
that.
Nice roll. Really nice roll.
Yep, that's why I pulled the wolf out instead of something else.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a good call. And I'll let you
decided to let that go. All right. I mean, I must just do this. I'm gonna do this. Bite you. He's gonna bite you.
All crit. No.
Then we're gonna flip that. And give myself a ranged because I haven't figured out how to auto Kachara. I probably could do it.
We knew we were going to take some damage here, but it's worth it to kill a layer because at least now I have a more finite things to kill.
Alright, that's gone. And that's it for me for that. You have a quick.
Nah, I'm good.
Cool.
I am good.
I think what I'm about to do is going to make you laugh.
All right. Did you Timberwolf attack me?
Well, I mean, that's a given, but assuming you don't find a way to stop both of them from attacking you. Which I guess is also theoretically possible.
God. The Timberwolves are just solid creatures. I mean, 9 mana for 4 dice and 2 armor, 10 life is just insane.
Yeah. Actually, you're probably not going to laugh at what I'm going to do, because I'm going to totally change the plan.
You're not allowed to do that?
But I want to.
Okay. Damn, just started to eke up on me. This is where it gets a little bit dangerous. This is pretty normal fighting Jaktari stuff, though, so it's not looking any like special or not. I mean, killing a layer this fast is nice, but
yeah, that hammer has been really good at killing spawn points.
Yeah, you kind of overexpose yourself, but and it is expensive for a lot of mages to take it.
That's true. Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I think it's good. It's got some good trade-offs to it, but it does its job.
It's something that the game is like lacked. I guess it's just something that actually like hits hard. Besides like Force Hammer, I guess
Well, I mean, it is in some ways a force hammer. I guess it's a seismic hammer. My bad.
Here we go.
All right.
Going for free armor. We're gonna see that.
I will actually go ahead and click real quick.
Yep. Okay.
Let's pop you with something that should surprise you.
Sure.
Aha! All right. Carrying on to that. Did you pass quick?
I did.
Okay, cool. I'm just making sure you intended to.
No, you're good.
This wolfie's gonna attack you.
Okay.
Not bad, not bad. All right.
Yeah, let's do this.
Woo! Pretty. I also like that you did it without the pandemonium. It's an interesting one.
I could have, but
I thought about blocking the pandemonium with Meridius. Just for the record.
I mean, pandemonium is just gonna slow me down with the 10 cost right now.
I know. Especially with these wolves and that's a nasty wolf.
No the damage is gonna stack up, you know.
Yeah, we're gonna go here. We'll add that and throw Kajara at you. Okay. Yeah. Aside from that one wolf, we're getting about normal rolls. But let's got you on the ropes.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
So that's the interesting trade-off there too, is the hammer to go after the lair.
It may be the wrong approach. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, what would you if you? I'm trying to think of if you would have started casting like the pandemonium route. I'm not sure what you would have done. That would have changed how this is, aside from.
I would need different creatures, I think, honestly.
Maybe, yeah. Something to protect it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
You'll have to automatically heal yourself. Okay. I don't know if it says so in the chat, but just beware.
You're good.
I haven't quite added regen 2 to it yet. Where's my notes? Do I have that one? I do. Okay, cool. I have that on my to do on the next patch notes. Okay, and why don't we do that?
Let's see what we got here. Let's do some math.
Math.
Cool. I'm good when you
are. I believe that I'm also good.
Cool.
Would you care to deploy, sir?
Yeah. Go.
You're putting on a hat.
A cap.
Oh, sorry, a cap.
A hat. I love it.
A hat cap. I'm trying to block your stream so I can't see your planning. But I got the chat open.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
You can pop it out, actually.
I did. I got it popped out, and I've got the developer window blocking the rest of it. Let's see here. I guess there's not a whole lot of chatting going on. So.
No, people are just probably have this on the side screen or something, you know.
I would too. Anyway, what you got, sir?
All right, yeah. Let's go ahead and take care of this guy.
No! My boomerang! My boomerang's gonna come back.
Sure, you have another one?
It's not coming back!
Where'd it go?
Oh, man. Alright, fine. Eat another one of these.
Yep.
Have some acid!
One corrode.
Womp. Alright. It's okay. It makes up. There, it evens out with your roll earlier.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you had a crappy one.
Alright, it's my action. We're going to go ahead and guard.
Okay. I'm going to go here. And that guy's going here.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Let's see here. How do I deal with this? It's a tough roll. Let's go ahead and move one over here. I could take it out, I suppose, but I'm not sure if that 1 mana is going to make a big difference. So let's just go over
That's
here
a
and
good
guard
point.
then.
Okay. I think actually I'm noticing at least this is the first game that I've ever taken out that amulet, and it's changing the game a lot.
It is definitely a lot harder to.
How does it feel from your end?
I mean, losing two mana is actually a big deal. 2 channel.
Yeah.
And it is sort of like a do or die kind of thing. Dang, those rolls!
Jeebus, the dice are nuts. Sorry, dude.
That's some big rolls there.
Yeah. Whoa.
All right, got.
Speaking of, that was also a good one.
Yeah, got 2 up.
Yeah.
That's nice.
All right. You're at actions, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna do that. Just smacks him back with a hammer. What is going on?
It's a bit ridiculous.
Unreal.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
Both the wolves, your hammer, everything, man, everything.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. Back to the whole feeling thing. How does it feel being down your 2 extra channel thing? Is that?
Oh, it's obviously a big deal.
Is it okay? So it's one of those like. It would be a good tactic to use against the Elementalist in the future for those who are watching, right?
Oh, I totally think so.
I'm totally leading with the questions. I'm sorry about that, but it seems like one of those things I don't see anybody do.
No, a lot of people just. A lot of people actually they play more economy when they see the pandemonium go down, and that just like gives him such a big rush.
They play more economy. They don't attack his, and then they hope to out economy him. And I'm like, well, that might work in some cases. That doesn't work against this guy.
No, it does
but
not.
I do like to think that there are things that do work against this guy.
Yeah. I mean, Daktari is actually a really tough mage to win against.
Yeah.
In general.
And I've had a few warm-up games with Jotari against the Elementalist that I got to kind of replan how I would attack. And so that I'm sure has helped me. Okay. Like I've been immensely helped by getting my butt beat by Furno a few times.
Oh yeah. Furno's a good player for this.
Yeah, he's probably the most experienced Elementalist player we have. Alright.
Didn't it just ask me this? Okay, whatever.
Oh, did it?
It asked me twice.
Give yourself 1 mana back. I don't know why I did that.
Yeah, it's weird.
It kind of lagged on my end for a second too. Maybe it just caught up late.
Yeah.
Alright, there we go.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. Would you care to deploy? Blech, I can't speak tonight. I'm sorry.
Yeah, good.
That's probably a good thing to help you, though. We'll see if it helps ultimately. Let's throw that at you.
Yep.
Fuck, I'm rolling really well too. The dice are really helping me out.
Those rolls.
Right.
It's probably gonna be GG right here. Okay, we're gonna do that.
Yep. I'm gonna attack with the Dazed Wolf because I have a. Well, hang on a second. Let's do the right thing here. Let's attack with the Mage. Because I'm fast. I'm gonna come punch you.
Yeah, that's game.
Yeah.
Good game.
All right. Nice game, man.
Yep.
The dice were a bit nuts on that one, but.
Yeah, the ending you definitely got like probably about 7 or 8 extra damage than you should have, but I mean this game was close, and usually Daktari matches end with those sort of dice rolls.
Yeah.
Or you just outright just kill, but you know.
At this point, your clawback still would have been a large. Like even let's just pretend we had 6 less damage on you. It's still 26 to 0.
Well, I don't think mage damage is actually a good indicator of battles.
I agree. Yeah. I agree with you too. I'm just making the point that like some people are like, oh, he got lucky on the dice roll. I'm like, well, maybe. Hang on a second.
No, the game wasn't
still.
The game wasn't over at all.
No, the game was far from over.
It was definitely me in the back foot and clawing my way back.
Yeah, there was a clawback potential there.
Yeah.
And this isn't like a super common thing. You're like this is common from one mage may have higher.
In my opinion, a typical Daktari.
It's how my Daktari would like to play every game.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of other Daktaris that try to play more Straywood, but I really think the double move player is the right way to play her.
I tend to agree, but
just because
I also run that.
Yeah, I mean that's I've seen a bunch of players do something like that. And it's a really solid way to run her.
I think it's my personal opinion is the best way to do it because you're exploiting her strengths
exactly
while while not being like, oh, I'm the lesser beastmaster because I'm trying to do what the other guy does.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? A lot of people call her the lesser beastmaster and then dismiss her strategy, but she actually is very tough.
Right.
That being said, good game.
Do we have anything we want to talk about playtesting wise? Because we can totally redo another one.
Oh no, I want to play some more, man. If that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
But
no, I know that. I mean, do we have any more like? Is there any more feeling on this particular match that we can bring up about playtesting that we saw here? Like the hammer is really good.
The hammer obviously killed the lair, but oftentimes going against the Jektari and beating the lair is the wrong way to do it. Usually you want to play your own creatures to like even it out. What was on your wand? It was a certain
how much would it change if you had done an elemental first to help with the creatures ahead out?
Why don't we try running it again?
Okay.
And trying it with an elemental first. Although I suspect
it could also change because I was only able to pull that opening off because I had initiative. Well, maybe not. I guess if you're doing Pandemonium turn 2...
I don't think it's that big of a deal. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can run the same book. Oh, that's weird.
Let's try it again here. Maybe creature early would have been better. Let's try it out.
Yeah, we'll see. It's possible it could just be a tactics thing.
Yeah, I may not have the right creatures, too.
Yeah. So you have initiative now.
2 to 3 turns to take out a lair is really good. It is. Absolutely it is.
It is really good. Now it's a matter of what 2 to 3 turns you want to set aside to do that, in my opinion. Like, do you want to do the first 2 to 3 turns, or do you want to do some other group of 2 to 3?
Oh, yeah.
After you've got a little bit of a board state established where you won't, like, just get smacked by being too,
oh, yeah.
You know, being too exposed, I guess is the way I would look at it.
Alright, so let's take this.
Let me get reset up.
Yeah, no worries.
Interestingly enough,
you want to take this into the in the Discord and the Mage Wars community chat?
Oh yeah, we can jump over to that one. Hello again.
Hey. Just in case
anybody out there watching would like to join on the Mage Wars Discord, please.
Yeah, you can totally talk to us there if you want.
Yep, or here.
Or here.
Whatever the correct grammar is.
YouTube comments, if this is on YouTube, which we'll probably put this up on YouTube because honestly, I think we need more just playtesting games on YouTube to be like, here are some strats.
Yeah. Are you able to pass the turn? Because that's acting weird to me. Tell you what, I'm gonna hit reset and we're gonna redo this whole bit here. Reset. Let's try that again, shall we? I broke something on the way.
How dare you?
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Alright, playtesting.
Playtest. Hey, no errors. Alright. No whammies.
No whammies. So the question also
is, what
would be... Hey, Zod, how you doing, man? What
Which
would
question?
be a good creature to bring out?
So I missed the first game, so
you're good.
What happened?
I got to double move layer flower on the first turn to block off the Pandemonium from the center. Okay. And effectively from there I got out Wolves and a Bird and just laid on the damage as fast as I could.
I tried to kill the lair before too many creatures came out.
The hammer did work pretty quickly, but yeah.
The bird guarding was definitely what did it in for me. I think that was probably the key move for that.
And the calculus behind that, interestingly, was that the fact that to move the bird out of the way, you were gonna have to spend mana. Yeah. Mana being mana and spellbook points. So you're either gonna have to burn it down with a spell, or you're gonna have to force push it, which costs you 3.
Yep.
And 3 spellbook points.
That's what I meant. Yeah, 3 spellbook points. Excuse me.
Absolutely.
So, given that the hammer's on the chopping block, is there a reason why you're using it?
Well, it's not. We're not getting rid of it, if that's what you're saying. But we are.
The hammer on the chopping block means I think that we're looking at the Heart of Gravicore and merging it and having it do the same thing, but just calling it Heart of Gravicore.
Gotcha.
That's the intent, I think.
Gotcha.
Okay, so just so you know, I cast the amulet.
Yep.
With my quick cast, and then use the thing, and then, or actually with my main action, then use the amulet, then use cast Pandemonium.
Gotcha. Okay.
So anyone watching that whole thing, because that was a lot of stuff.
here, and I'm actually liking this opening more than I thought I would. So we're gonna. Oh, I know why. Give me a second. We're playing 10 channeling, and I keep forgetting to do that.
So really quick, so if I have the opening, I do get the center zone.
Yes.
But keep in mind, this isn't a spawn point.
Nope.
So Shark has a chance to do something. I don't think he can kill it in one hit, but it is technically a risk he could try and take before my main
Yep,
action.
there's a lot of things that make it different.
He could force hammer it, and then I don't know. He has 11 mana, something with that.
11 mana. How crazy is that?
It, something like that. So it's sort of an interesting dynamic when this isn't a, spawning creatures to see what he can do.
Yeah, there's an interesting number of plays I think that can go from here. The fact that Joktari can actually force the Elementalists to speed up their timing build.
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually throws off a lot more than people may realize. Throws off a lot to the Elementalists.
The Joktari's a fast, aggressive mage generally anyway.
Yeah. Right. We're just trying to help. Like, we're seeing a lot of people complain about the Elementalists without actually having a lot of tactics adjustments. So we're trying to help.
It's less
show
complaining.
What tactics we're using.
It's less complaining, more feedback. And so
You're right.
So what we're doing right now is we're trying to see if. So we had a few dev diaries where we were like, can you try and adapt to it? And we're not really seeing that. We're just seeing like a repeated, like, he's playing Pandemonium, I'm playing Mana Crystals in response. So we're seeing what happens when it's sort of like, what happens when you try to face it head on.
Yeah, so we're both testing and trying to show what we're doing on internal testing to see, like, this is what we're seeing. This is how we're playing it. What are we missing? And what do you guys think?
Mage, I'm hoping to get other mages involved.
Yeah, we played a Force Master the other day. We're going to get more.
Haters hate, yeah.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I think overall what we're seeing is that it's a fairly well-balanced game right now with a lot of the changes we're making. I don't see a whole lot in the way of, at least things skewing the meta so much like the old Wizard did. It's not to that level, and so I don't know. That's how I see it right now. That being said, what are you going to pull out, you little sneaky bastard? I bet you're going to pull out a Fire Elemental. Because that's
the element is far from being finished. I agree with you, Farkas. I think he's pretty much done, but
yeah, he's close. We gotta find a way, maybe to word it slightly so that we don't have so much text on his card.
Resonance and Fury probably need to be looked at closer. Fury's probably going to be the way it's going to be, but I don't know. Maybe it needs to be extra mana to use it. And I mean, it's really wordy, but it's actually like not that bad when you actually. Okay, so like a lot of other mages feel more wordy, but that's because they have additional text in the rulebook.
Right.
And
it's not
like,
as bad Paladin.
It's like one of those things where, like Paladin, for instance, like that's a whole, like 2 cards worth of text, you know?
Yeah. Yep. That is true. So, all right, I'm good to go when you are, sir. Take your time.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm liking this Mana Flower along with the layer opening more than I thought I would. It's probably, I like it enough to make it, or to mix it in with my, quote, typical openings, but it's, my typical opening used to just be one opening ever, so now it's at least situational.
Well, given that you don't have initiative, I'm thinking the Mana Crystal might be a bad cast.
Maybe. We'll see. That's why I wanted to test that too, actually. However, I'm not sure that it is, because it's giving me a lot of flexibility.
The extra mana? Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, there's a lot of stuff I can do right now, and I'm going to pop that thing. Okay. And go ahead.
Yep.
I guess no actions phase.
Go ahead and do this for 16.
Yep, that's what I would have done too.
And you pop like Fire Elemental, so that doesn't matter.
I will do that.
Okay.
And we'll continue on. Here's where the game gets weirdly interesting for both sides, because now how do you play it's the objective game now. What do you do?
Yeah, I suppose we both could go after each other's faces and just sort of try and kill each other, which both mages are kind of geared towards that, so
right.
It does make some sense to do that.
Why are you doing something next phase? Is there an issue?
What?
What are you talking about?
I think we're looking at this from. I'm looking at Koshade thing here, and he's not doing the control down. He was like right clicking next phase or something. So is there a bug or something?
What are you talking about?
Oh, no.
Yeah, right there, next phase.
It's because you right click and hit next phase instead of hitting control down. It's just a different way to do it.
Oh yeah, I do it always
Preference.
with right click. Yeah.
Did you want to repay for that fire elemental that you just cast?
Oh yeah, sorry, I was distracted.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm gonna blame Zod for everything. It's fine.
Yeah, take a number.
Just don't forget to pay your. Sorry, that was funny.
It's pretty funny, yeah.
All right then.
So Sharky, the check's in the mail, right?
Shh. We don't talk about that here.
Yeah. What else would you like me to do to distract him?
Okay. I'll send it to you on Discord. Just keep quiet.
Well, I don't think he can hear us.
Wow.
I'm on mute.
I muted myself.
Yeah, that's right. So he clearly can't hear me.
Yeah. Oh boy, this is a really interesting one.
If you want a hint, you can watch his live stream.
I know, I've got it blocked off. But
I was kidding.
Clearly, all these games aren't.
Good point though.
Should not be accepted by everybody because Shark is cheating.
I'm stream
He's
sniping.
just downright cheating right now.
Stream snipe.
Straight up. We're all mad at him.
I'm mad at me too. It's okay. All right. That's a stupid play. Why would I do that? God. Sorry, don't mind me. I'm rethinking my life. I no longer want to throw death sticks.
There you go. That's where I was going. I was going straight for the death sticks. Nice.
All right. Koshade, my dude, what you got?
No deploy.
Oh, you have no deploy because you don't have a
Yes.
forge out. What am I thinking? I have a. Nope, that's not what I hit. I'm hitting control down, not Q. Oh, well, you're done with quick cast. Okay, well, fine. I will quick cast.
Uh-oh.
Chapow.
Chapow. Okay.
Got 8.
So far, I'm not seeing a reason to play a. Well, I guess so you get the fast, so you can grab the middle. But
oh jeez.
So far, I'm not seeing any reason why this isn't better as a stray wood.
Well, when the layer's not 2 spaces,
Yeah.
But if
Give
it
it
was,
time.
Yeah. The
Give it
point is you
time.
can double move layer and do something else.
Yeah.
That's a really powerful.
Okay.
And the range. Honestly, the range +1 is huge.
The range +1, but ultimately you can get +2 with it.
Yeah.
You know.
I haven't quite gotten to that part yet, but the range +1 is actually a bigger deal than people realize. Plus, the free action living creature marked for death is awesome.
Oh.
I mean, they've leveled it in wounded prey, but
we're going to hit you in the face
with resonance.
Yes. So I believe that is 5 damage. 5 damage.
Why only 5? You have bear strength, right?
That's right. X -1. This might be a little bit too expensive for me to actually say
6.
This is a good move. Let's do it though.
He's 6.
Okay. So it should be 7 dice, right?
7, but I'm gonna buff it to 9.
Why is it 7?
Okay. 7 because he has bear strength.
Okay, that's. Oh, it's 5+, right?
We're
Yeah.
gonna buff it to 9 with the fire glyph.
Yep, and it should automatically do. Well, it should automatically do. Oh my goodness,
We'll
what a
take
roll!
that.
All right, 13
All
damage.
Right.
Woof. All right. I was expecting a normal roll.
Did cost me 5 damage. Just
yes,
saying.
It did.
It's not like it was free.
Nope. Resonance at. Oh wow, you rolled like crap on that one. All right. Well.
Let me just make sure. 9 dice. That's right. It says still, by the way, +3 dice, but it actually told me no legal target detected. I don't know why.
That's because you don't have a melee attack.
Oh, duh. Ha! That's funny. Nicely rolled.
Yeah, it's a melee. It's because you have melee. That's all it is. Don't want to reveal that. Woof. All right.
Damage.
Yeah. We are rolling above average like every roll right now.
Yes,
it's
we are.
nuts. And in light of that, I'm gonna go. Sorry, right here. That's what I meant. And do that.
Okay. Residence early has way more value. There's no armor, defenses are not up. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
You're totally right about that.
I would tend to agree there as well. All right. 2 burns removed. Oh my god, I got lucky on that.
What?
Your burns went away.
What?
I mean, you rolled 4 extra damage, so I guess kind of it worked anyway, but...
You're right, you're right.
Oh, interesting. Doesn't pay for 2 armor. Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. It's all working. Yay, chat.
We are armoring up. We're going to heal. We spent those glyphs that we gained. We're going to see if that works out for us.
It's an interesting idea there, too. I like that.
Corrode me.
Yeah, right then. They'll just go away.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I'm ready when you are. You good?
Thinking.
Yeah, still thinking.
Oh, take your time. Just let me know.
He's only got 1 spell prepped. So do you.
He's got 2 right now.
It says like
how far
there's a slight delay in the stream.
Yeah, I don't know how far the stream is behind. It's probably like 20 seconds, 30 seconds now.
I think it's like 10. It's not that long.
All right. Oh yeah, maybe that bad. I don't know. I'm just making that up.
Yeah,
all right.
birds. Because you need that mana.
Interestingly, yes.
Yeah.
Don't want to do that. That's what I wanted. All right. And you get pushed to the left.
Yep.
And delete that. All right. Go here and do that. Carry on.
Yep.
This is an interestingly cool match. Like, this is really good. This is a damn slugfest, I guess is a better way to put it. Jesus, 2 burns! I love the fire elemental.
I'll take it. Go for it.
Alright. Angry Birds time.
Yep.
Racer Beak.
2 armor.
Yep. Ah, damn.
It's saying 2 damage? Okay, good. Good.
It'll say 2. I don't have it automating
the
fact that you have...
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. I see what you're doing here.
Yeah, I don't have it automating that part yet. It's just a matter of it. It'll work, I promise.
Yep.
Or just double check it. It's just 0.
No worries. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and move 1.
Okay.
And let me think here for a second. We're not gonna move 1. We're just gonna chill here. And we are going to... We'll guard.
You say guard?
Yep.
Does guard matter when you don't have a melee?
I can technically steal my dude.
Okay, I wasn't sure of that.
Yep.
Okay, question for you on that one, because, quote, during the Elementalist's action, he may deal X damage.
Oh, you're right, I can't. Okay, never mind.
Is that how that works, and does that change your
no,
thing?
You're right, I can't.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just guarding because...
Because you can.
I don't know, maybe I should move.
Okay.
I think.
That's what I'm asking. Does it change your plan if I notice that?
Well...
All right.
Give me a second.
Yeah, take your time. That's it. My next question was, do we want to change how resonance works?
Okay, let's just do that.
I'd be curious to know feedback on what people thought on that one too. Like, should resonance be able to use, or should you be able to use resonance when you're guarding?
Yeah, whenever you like make an attack, you do it. I mean, that would obviously change how it works, but you know.
Right, no, it would. I'm just curious about feedback, like see what people's opinions are. So, sorry, did you have anything else you want to do?
No, you're good.
Okay.
I don't understand the point of guarding, but
because it can. I don't know.
It's like
get a bird.
Like guarding with a jelly.
Right. Well, I mean, guarding with a jelly can, in some cases, maybe not this one, but some cases you could actually protect something else.
True. Yeah.
So, yeah, it may not have worked this time, but there's theoretically times where it would be a good one.
Right.
And the more I see games like this, the more like where we dissolve that amulet, the more I think that it totally throws off the Elementalist right now. And I don't really want to balance around the fact that the amulet, like, if it's that easy of a thing to derail the Elementalist, I'm starting to get worried. We may need to change him a little bit. Does that make sense? Like, I'm absolutely petrified we made him weaker just because he's dependent upon that amulet.
Yeah, I'd like to see more games before that. Like, are you suggesting he needs like
I agree.
Like a melee attack, like a basic one?
No, I'm not suggesting anything. It's just more of like that's a red flag to me that if borne out through more data, we need to look at.
You can do the same thing with a death ring from a necromancer who, I mean, I took out Matt in a game a long time ago. He was playing and he had his mana mapped out for like 4 turns, and I took out his death ring on turn 2.
Oh yeah.
And he didn't know what to do.
That's true. It could just be a play issue that we have to adapt as a community for too. It absolutely could be. It could just be a thing. It just the first
Farkas thinks
small flag.
Adding in a weapon is probably just your best bet to get the
maybe
added benefit, which I agree.
That's true.
Actually, I think just adding.
You took out the Sword of Elements, didn't you?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, but I mean, you could add half a dozen weapons.
I mean, there's novice weapons you can take. If
I mean, just Gladius, right? Gladius is novice.
Yeah.
That's the only mage I can think of that Gladius might be actually an okay place to put him. You know?
Choice. I hear you.
Right. That might not be a bad idea. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it.
Yep.
Oh, shut up. Sorry.
And if people rely on their amulet so much, then maybe they could put a second one in their book.
That's also true.
I mean,
there are ways to punish an amulet kill. It's just a matter of whether you see it coming or not.
Sure.
I was never intending to say it's a problem yet. It's just more of like a red flag that could become one if, it's possible that it is one kind of thing.
Right.
Not saying it is, just it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, this is still a book in progress, obviously.
That's true too.
And it's possible
Some of it's
that
a book in progress.
I need to add more lower level creatures, and that would be good in a situation like this, but
yeah. Yeah, someone from the Peanut Gallery is going to say rock golems, and I'll say it for him.
I mean, the rock golems would be okay. They'd be okay.
So did Furno join?
He hasn't yet, but I feel like he would be the one to say it.
If I had the rock golems, I'd probably would be guarding with them right now and taking less damage. I'm good when you are, by the way.
But they are full action casts.
Sorry.
Right.
But they're
this turn's actually tougher than I thought it would be.
Like last round, that would have been a good time to use rock golem, right? So I'm probably going to end up putting 1 or 2 rock golems in this book.
What if the Pandemonium channeled 0, but was a spawn point, turned it into an actual spawn point, so that he doesn't have to use his full action to cast things?
So you want to buff it?
Yeah, have it channel 0, but it has the ability to deploy.
I kind of like that it doesn't, but yeah, I can understand why we might need to. But
I mean, the issue there is that it already gains it gains you like the mana
we
around
have to reduce the discount, guaranteed.
Yeah, we'd have to reduce that substantially, I think.
I like the
fact
it reanimates though.
Right.
I mean, I think I like the Pandemonium where it is. Honestly, of if I was to pick a thing, like I don't think the Pandemonium was the issue. If I was to do anything, I'd probably adjust the amulet first.
Honestly,
just make it give you 1 minute, and then we
really
rebalance.
Like how the Pandemonium makes this mage feel really different.
That's what I like
You're
about
not
it. Yeah.
just versing a standard spawn point. You're versing like this earlier timing.
Well,
push
like I
mage.
said, since it's not a spawn point, maybe you remove epic.
That's also an option,
having
but
multiples of them.
it is an option.
If people could or couldn't decide to take an extra one.
Mm-hmm.
There is also the idea that you could
have more than one.
Okay, I'm ready.
You could
Sorry.
allow a like something with the spawn point or something with Pandemonium that you could put a mana shard in there, and then let it have mana that you can use when casting the creature, and then keep it as is.
If I was to buff anything, I would try to avoid making it dependent upon the Pandemonium, because
that's
this
how
is going
shard
back to the same.
I
know this is just going back to the same issue that if we're buffing like the amulet right now is
no on that need epic.
A lot of the
Marcus says no.
That's interesting. I don't know if
why do you think? I mean, personally, I think
I'm worried
epic
about making him dependent upon 2 cards. You know, that's my only thing. I don't want him to be dependent upon the card of the Pandemonium and the card of the amulet. And if you don't play those 2, you lose.
I mean, the idea that you can reanimate creatures is very strong.
It's
right.
Good.
You know?
And I think it's already covering the base that it's intended to do. And I think if we were to find a way to buff him, it would be find another card that we could add that we cut a couple others earlier. Maybe if we needed to give him something else, we give him a 10 mana elemental type creature.
Right.
You know, somewhere in the mid range that you can still do stuff and it'd be useful, and it, kind of like in the vein of Tide Elemental, but with a different element. Right.
The mana shard wouldn't work with the Pandemonium currently.
Right, and he's saying he could.
You're right.
An idea would be to adjust it so that it could, but. And Farkas, I'd be interested to know why you think it needs epic, because I don't know that I agree, and
Personally,
I'd be interested to hear different opinion.
I think it needs epic because of the reanimation part, and that is like, that you're going to be seeing creatures come back if you have reanimation, and this is your chance to kill it. So it's like it's a pretty awesome power to have.
That's fair. I can see that. I don't know that I think from a strictly power level standpoint, I think that it needs epic. That's maybe where I'm coming from. Like it's a fairly powerful ability right now. It's a fairly powerful card, but it's also deal withable. You can deal with it. There's no real good word for that I'm coming up with right now.
Manageable.
It's manageable. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean, the idea of making this a level 3.
Ugh,
I actually like the idea of making a level 3 in all ores.
Yeah, that would also be a good idea too.
Because I think that'll help if we have a mana ramp problem. But then again, this game I kind of needed all those glyphs, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. You're gonna pass the game, you said?
Yep.
And theoretically, this should be a balanced game where either one of you can win. And it's looking that way at the moment, but
I agree.
But at the same time, Sharky's ramping up here pretty.
I've got my spawn point doing some work for me. I know that much.
Well, the reality is because right now the Elementalist pretty much only has these big elementals to cast.
That's all I have
for the most part.
That's all I have.
Right.
As I said, the rock elemental I think would be useful. The rock, not rock elemental, the rock golem. And I'm looking at my book right now to change it, so it does.
If you remove epic, I'm not sure. I think it totally is though, because you can. Honestly, the rock golems aren't that good. Devour is great against. There's plenty of things that are great against the rock. Like the rock elementals reanimating isn't that fun.
Well,
plus, they have to spend 10 more mana to cast another one, so they can just do that.
Right, but the rock golems also are full action casts, so you're not moving, you're not doing anything.
That's another part.
Farkas, I think the rock golem Iron Altar with Pandemonium is beatable. You remove epic.
Right, that's what I was responding to. Sorry.
5 crit.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me, dude?
Yeah, you rolled pretty high. Well, there it is. It evens out. 6 damage on 6 dice.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I was responding to. I don't. I think it's totally beatable if they have to cast another one, because it's another 10 mana to get your rock golems back. You're not really getting that free thing back anymore. It's just the fact that you're not losing as much tempo by losing the things you're losing. And I think that would actually skew it to being encouraging to cast the bigger guys, because the tempo you want to keep is the big guys on the board, not the little rock golems that suck. You know, I mean, they're technically guards, I guess, but I don't know, man. I'm not convinced that the rock golems are that big a deal.
Yeah, they're terrible. They are terrible.
I'm sorry, who's trash talking rock golems?
Me.
All of us.
Me again. It's
what up,
me.
Furno? How are you, my man?
How's it going, Furno? What's up, everybody?
And we're trash talking them because we saw you join.
I should activate.
Oh yes, you should.
You saw me join the game. You knew I was about to join the voice chat.
Oh, yeah. We're like, all right, Furno's joining us. The hell, man. Let's start trash.
With him is I don't think
you know what really sucks, guys?
Strategy work.
Freaking Warlord, am I right? Who plays Warlord?
Yeah.
Who plays that?
Yeah.
Speaking of, love some of the new war creature
You
options.
do love it? Alright, I'm glad you do,
Anything
my
that gives
man.
me
I'm
more
glad you
ways to
do.
bullshit with
Dude, they're
Warlord,
cool.
I'm down for.
They're very
cool.
fun. They're very
What's
fun.
that?
The new there's a new war creature.
We posted
the vote on the forum. There we go.
last card
Sorry.
contest.
I haven't seen it.
The last card voting.
Yeah,
card.
friendly creatures in the zone may use a quick action to place a guard on this creature. Love it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
something with intercept and
real quick before I forget my thought. The Pandemonium Rock Golem Iron Altar thing doesn't work because the Pandemonium is epic. It works because of the fact that you can keep getting it back. It doesn't not work when it doesn't become epic either. Like I don't think that the epic part of it plays into it at all. Plus, you can always counter it by casting the Iron Altar on turn 1.
I'm sorry, Shark. I'm not going to use my water glyph. I didn't
That's
think
fine.
about it.
Just make sure you take your mana back.
Yeah.
The nice thing about this elemental here that you deployed is the fact that it now hinders that other bird from attacking your mage.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
There was a bunch of reasons I cast that guy.
The bird build. Love
I
it.
do love using
I mean, he doesn't do +2 to flying, so that's kind of an issue for me. But you know,
I don't know. My Stormfront's still my favorite new guy. Like he's fucking cool.
He's a badass, dude.
Yeah, he's got some cool shit.
Stormfront is cool, but I really like the push at will.
Oh,
Yeah, the Wind Elemental is cool mechanically. Don't get me wrong. I like that one too. But Stormfront's just. I like the lightning attack. Maybe I'm just biased about the lightning attack. It could just be that.
The lightning is pretty good, even with the lower stun chance.
Yeah. Well, I also like the fact that you can resonance it too. Like, hey, you've just been hit by 2 lightning strikes.
Yep. Absolutely, you can do that.
I like that personally.
You know, here's another thought that if you find that the Elementalist is having problems, what you might be able to do is during upkeep, maybe he can activate 1 glyph for free.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's an interesting point.
That's totally a possibility where it's like, oh, I really wish I had this one thing, you know.
If we did the ore change for the Pandemonium, he might need that kind of thing.
You know what? If I had a full arena set, I'd probably make that a ring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I could see that. Which sucks that we're limited by that.
Farkas. Epic doesn't change how it works, but it can delay reset if you cast a Pandemonium.
But again, he has to cast a 10 mana Pandemonium to get 4 mana Rock Golems back. Or he could just go elusive and kill the Pandemonium.
We shouldn't make it epic right now, but
you shouldn't take epic off.
I don't think we should remove it, but
there you go.
I mean, if you guys really think we should try it, we could have it.
I'm not strong
with
on
this
it.
card in playtesting and just try both out.
If you're gonna do the 3 ores, I think you keep epic on there for now. But keep an eye on it. Or sorry, level 3 in ores.
Level 3 in ores I do not like.
Yeah.
Of course not.
It's a little hard, right? It's a little
harsher.
Yeah, I mean,
if you do that though, you need to keep an eye on the epic or not. If you do that, you probably could look at removing it. If you don't, you can leave it as epic. I don't feel strongly about it.
How many amulets do you run?
I run 2 amulets.
Cool. Yeah, to dissolve both for sure.
Rock Golem's at the point it's that you can it's that you can reanimate all the creatures. Yeah, that's my issue with it
you
too,
still
right?
have to pay for the Pandemonium and the creatures that you're trying to reanimate. You have to reanimate. You have to be able to pay for both. So if you're going to bring the Pandemonium back, you have to also be able to bring the Pandemonium back and pay for the creatures, which is a lot harder than it sounds.
It's more self-limiting than it appears.
Yeah, it's 10 more mana to get a benefit of.
There is kind of a traditionalist approach I also have, and that is like their quote-unquote spawn point type conjuration is usually epic. Usually.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a fair argument too. I'm not trying to say we shouldn't, take that into account.
Yeah.
Not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying that the arguments for it being epic to me are not based around power level, because I don't think it's a power level issue.
I mean, if it wasn't epic, it probably would have to go up in cost, just because like the general cost of it is supposed to be like destroy this and that's all. But like, I don't think it's that much. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah. Sorry, I'm debating whether I want to actually do something that I find to be really, really stupid.
Well, he's still planning.
Yeah, I know. I'm just apologizing for taking my time.
Take your time.
We're having a fun discussion too. Woof. I'm gonna hate myself for this, and I'm apologizing to you ahead of time.
Okay.
Also, I love you.
Not sure what that means. Not the love part. I know what that means.
That's not.
All right, what do you got? You got another falcon? How dare
Yeah,
you?
I know. I'm a total asshole
That
with that
was unexpected and ridiculous.
one. Yeah.
Nothing?
Nope.
What are you doing?
Oh, that just
Really
saved your
like
ass.
when you
That just saved your ass.
I know. That's why I did it.
Just said, I apologize for everything I'm about to do. I don't really care. I'm gonna do it anyway.
Alright. I mean, you got 12 mana, so you can do some attack spells, but what do you got?
Farkas, the difference is the layer costs 15 and not 10.
Oh, what is this shenanigans?
I do apologize ahead of time. Also, I love
this? You're not allowed to do this.
you. No, I'm gonna send you through anyway.
Alright, let's do it.
Sorry.
It's also
That's
why I
5
cast
of his 12 life. Right.
Good old Lawthorn.
Oh, and I'm rolling crits. Oh god.
Okay.
Good.
I mean, the average.
Oh my god, those damages. Are you serious? Are you kidding me right now? What is this? What the heck?
Dude, I did say I'm sorry.
What the heck was that, man?
And that he loved you.
I do still love you.
Oh my
Sorry.
god.
Against that particular
What the heck was
armor,
that?
like one armor is good, but it doesn't really greatly help you against that particular roll either.
Alright, well,
I'm going to need to go back and check the stream to see if you actually planned the rock golem thing.
okay, well.
And you can have the same conversation of the layer. I don't think the layer needs to be epic. Needs is a strong word. From a power level standpoint, I don't think it needs to be epic. I think if we're talking thematics, I could see that, and that's a different discussion. Just the power level part, I don't think it's so strong and needs to be epic.
I think in a lot of cases, even if they weren't epic, recasting spawn points wouldn't really make sense. The point is that they're economy plays, and
right, and
they only
that
work because they
agreement that's totally fair.
Okay.
And this is true of Pandemonium as well. Honestly, I think if you made it non-epic and like raised the cost by 2, that would be a net nerf.
Yeah.
What the heck is this damage, dude?
I'm rolling like a motherfucker. I'm sorry.
This was gonna be a really close game, and then it's like, nah, we're just gonna like do a ton of damage.
Thorns. I cheesed it.
We're gonna use a 5-die tech. Honestly, it's a really close game. Honestly.
It is still a close game. It is absolutely a close game. It's been a well.
Because it being my initiative next round.
Because it has a Jokari BM in it, of course.
Oh, it didn't actually work.
No, I had a roll. It didn't give me the range to take.
I forgot that it doesn't work on range stuff. I'll work on that someday.
You do get a
okay, I'll add that in a second.
I got it.
There we go.
Oh my god, dude, that was ridiculous damage as well. What the heck, dude?
I mean,
well, I'm punching you.
Please do.
I'm punching you.
Yep, that's fine. It's punch me from the fire elemental and add 2 dice to it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. I rolled that.
1,
but
2, 3.
You take 2 more burns.
If you want, I can add the birds to this one.
Good game, man.
Yeah, GG's. That was a close one.
That was a close game.
I apologize for the wall chase, but I saw it. I'm like, I can't not.
It's whatever, man. Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, you rolled really well at the end, so like, it was one of those like I really think rolling played a big factor in that.
Yeah, if you want, we can take damage 5 to 6. That was what, +6 on that total. Let's see, you took 8 from the wall. You probably should have only been 3, which would put
it should have been 5.
Sorry, it should have been 3 less, so 25. And then 2 6-die attacks should do total of 4 more. So you should be at 29 right now.
Yep.
Do you want to do that real quick and have me roll the last 2 birds? Legitimate testing question. I'm not going to be mean about it.
Yeah, go for it. So let's see. I would have taken how much from this?
You'd have been about 29 on average.
Because I should have taken, what, 4 from the wall? Is that right?
5, because 5 attacks should do 1 each.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And
then the 2 birds have been another 2 3 dice attacks, 2 each. Put you at 29.
Yeah, just hit me.
Just to see what it looks like.
Theoretically, I should die.
Yeah, it's theoretically still really close. Like, the fact that it could still go either way. Yeah, 2 more.
Take 1 more.
And
let's see if it kills me.
And if he rolls just one normal, I might have a problem in the upkeep.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah. And if I didn't get the one though, again, I'll take. I got 3 burns. I may have a stun.
Honestly, yeah, it was well played.
So it's a close game.
Yeah, it was a clutch brace yourself too.
That's my ass.
Yeah, I did.
The Wall of Thorns cheese is just such an easy combo to run.
Yeah.
If I was to, honestly, that's one of my least favorite combos in the game.
I wonder if, I mean, are there any decks where it doesn't make sense to just throw in a Wall of Thorns?
In my opinion, pretty much every competitive book should run it. I mean,
at least have one copy of each.
Yeah.
And frankly, the Wall of Thorns is a pretty good wall to block line of sight with anyway, just because of the threat of the Force Push in the first place.
It has just too many uses for a level 1 5-mana cost card, honestly.
I would love to have... Honestly, if we have room, I'd love to go back and change Wall of Thorns, but I think at this point it's so entrenched, maybe we can't.
I mean,
I don't think it's unbalanced. It's just good.
Really? I definitely think it's unbalanced.
I think it's unbalanced first mana cost.
It's ridiculous that a mage can take 10 dice.
It is a tactic we've all learned to get over and get around.
I feel like it's just,
don't know.
It makes no sense.
I mean, generally, it's. I think it's good to have around, if only because it forces people into like better practices around armor.
I mean,
I can see that.
Yeah.
But
as a teaching tool, because even without Wall of Thorns, you should be using a couple spare actions every game to throw in like a couple pieces of leather usually. Just it's a good policy.
I just think that rolling because oftentimes people tell you, a good way to use it is with initiative. And like if you use initiative properly, the idea of rolling
20 more dice, yeah.
Like I don't care how much skill you think it takes to plan those 3 actions, it's not as much as like planning a whole book out and stuff, you know.
Anyway, speaking of armor and how people don't use it properly, really looking forward to using the new guard shenanigans.
Oh yeah, well it's not set yet, but I like that new creature, man. He's supposed to be a tough dude, you know. For anyone that hasn't voted in the creative
better Panzer Guard.
So the interesting thing is there's a couple of other
they're higher levels
cool,
than Panzers.
I think there's like 2 or 3 versions of that guy that I like.
Honestly, I like them both, personally. But
did you only post 2?
I post both of them.
Did you post 4 versions of each?
Yep.
Okay, cool. That's what I'm checking. There's 2 or 3 versions of the war guy I like, and then there's at least one. I remember one of the other one that I like.
Yeah, I'm not as big of a fan of the tough minus, but that was.
I'm not either, but the rest of them are awesome.
Seems too vanilla.
That was requested, so it was like, okay, well, let's do a generic level 4.
It's a fair one. It's fair. It's strong. He's strong as it is.
He's a good knight.
But I want more guard gimmick because I don't want to put on armor with my warlord.
Right, you don't get enough as it is.
He absolutely is like that. Yeah, right. You can have a bunch of little little goblin dudes to just give you extra guards.
Yeah, I mean, you do that plus the thing that the goblin that lets you summon buddies.
Oh,
yeah, right. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Instant 4 intercepts.
Absolutely. I mean, not to mention the formations. It's pretty good.
So while we're between games, would anybody care to jump in and play a game? Because I'm cool stepping out for a game and then jumping back in.
Yeah.
I'd play.
I mean, Shark and I can keep playing.
Yeah, I'll step out one and let Verno play. Kosha, do you want to play non-elementalist for once?
Well, I was gonna actually ask if you wanted to play him because you've been doing a lot of the fighting against elementalists, and I'd like to see some of the books against that
too.
But...
Alright.
I could do that too.
I've got an elementalist. I've got my non-playtest books. I've also got my various monk cheeses.
Do we have a preference of data that we want to try
Somebody
to get?
should run Elementalist because I really want to get this Elementalist down because it's probably the most controversial part of our playtesting right now. And
just the Elementalist in general.
It's just him in general.
I can bring an Elementalist.
We're getting the most disparate feedback on.
Yeah,
like I think I might be able to break the Drake.
Ooh.
I'm not quite sure how I can build around it, but I think just playing a Drake, putting an air glyph on it, and casting a bunch of lightning spells to get really high stun chances might be a bit powerful.
That sounds good.
Keep in mind, you do have to keep that active, so I mean, you wouldn't be using it for your mage, so that's an interesting idea.
I do have a game up.
Oh, you have a game up. Oops.
Yep.
I'll jump into yours. Inferno. Cool. Yeah. So I mean, I'd like to see it, see if we can break it. I don't know. It's a way we're kind of trying to see if we can get the Drake to get better or not, but
the Drake should be played for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, Farkas, I really do like those knights. Actually, I really like the Angels more, but
Really? Nice.
I mean, the guard, I like the one that gives them all elusive with the knight, just because I feel like he's like a team leader kind of guy.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
Or like some guy where he's like, you feel like he's part of the squad because he's like either go in or retreat kind of guy. But
yeah,
you know,
I like the idea. Honestly, I just feel like I'm already too attached to wanting more guard shenanigans.
That
makes sense. Do you want me to run Joketari or something else on this one?
I'd rather something else.
I like that angel, the one that gets a vampiric.
The vampiric?
And it's not
that's a cool idea
demon.
too.
Oh,
Yeah,
it is a demon.
It is a demon.
Yeah,
It
I hate
is.
that.
I think the vampiric one, at least on the dark side, might need a bit of balancing because I mean, it might need to be a bit more powerful because it seems like just sort of a worse Necropian Vampirus in a lot of ways.
That's probably my least favorite one, only because it feels like other cards. But
I like the idea of it having a different ability depending on your
my favorite
strength.
one is probably the two that interact with burns, either placing a burn or not removing burns, just because it feels thematic and also helps the Adrenaline Priest.
I like the placing burns, but I'm super biased on that.
Like, it actually feels like two mages that are polar opposites both benefit, and it makes sense why it would be on.
I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Force Pull's gonna screw with my guards.
Grab 2 minutes. Back in 2 minutes here.
Force gonna screw with my
You're coming
guards.
with me. Oh, you have no idea.
It is cool. Lots of burning. Yeah.
When in doubt, burn it.
When in doubt, kill the fire.
Hey man, I actually got to say that in my Mage Quit game today.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I ended with Fireball on it, so that was fun.
Alright, so let's take a look. I'm going to do some editing of my Elementalist.
Yeah, I need to go back and rebuild it because, unlike everybody else who is smart during playtesting, some idiot who programs the damn thing cut cards out of the set.
You
and
only
then
warned everyone. Being like, no regrets. And then you do it yourself.
What an idiot! He left the thing in his book that we cut. Shit.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
After warning.
Yeah. Whoops.
Remember, everyone, cut these cards. I will be getting rid of them.
No complaining.
What an idiot. Yep, I totally screwed that up.
We love you, Shark.
I love you guys too. You're my favorites.
Big reds.
Let's do that and go ahead.
Are you going to use the 6 mana crystal opening?
Oh yes, the 6 mana crystal opening.
Hey, stop giving my strategy away, please.
He's got that upkeep, man. He's got that upkeep.
I mean, it's possible I could.
Force field and stuff. You got
I got a.
The hidden Mage Wars tech victory condition. I'm telling you.
Hey, you know what? And when I get to 100 mana, you're gonna be real sorry.
I feel like there's some strategy I could use with using Magma Golem and the Air Glyph to have it punch itself in the face to get more damage out. Just be like, guaranteed 2 birds. Keep hitting yourself.
Doesn't it have some kind of issue though? Like, isn't it flame minus or something like that?
No. No. He can purpose.
Isn't it just
he's immune to flame damage, but he is not immune to burn.
No, I know he's not immune to burn, but isn't he? I thought he was like flame minus, which makes the percentages tougher.
Nope.
That's
he
hilarious
can absolutely just punch himself.
Awesome. I mean,
I am purposely made so that he could just like spew up the magma.
I will never complain about that because that's hilarious. I mean,
so you give him what, a +4, so he has a 3 to 6 burn, and then a 7 up 2 burn.
Yeah.
And then you roll it during. Oh my god! I love that angel that doesn't remove burns too, because I feel like using that with Magma Golem would be a lot of fun.
It would be hilarious too. I mean, there's a lot of ways to use both.
Because let's see, because the burns are actually direct damage from Magma Golem is dealt as direct flame damage, so the angel would be immune to the Magma Golem's flame damage.
Oh,
so just.
And the angel can also hit the golem to stack.
The angel could also hit the golem. You could just have this like 2 trains. Is that a follow? Thank you so much.
Okay, but all of this comes back to another way to make a meat grinder.
What up, Raz?
How
you doing?
Ways to do that.
That would be so funny to do that, man.
Dude, that would be awesome.
How you doing today, Raz?
I like it thematically, though.
Tree, please drop a follow back. Hey, man, I got you. Hope you're doing well, man.
All right. Would you like to deploy, sir?
Raz,
I don't-
did you know you're my 100th follower?
Oh my god, we have 100 now.
You're my
Like, we have you.
100th follower,
You're a
dude.
boy.
Thank you for that 100. I don't have anything special for you, but
Confetti, just throw confetti.
fake
Where you're
confetti.
All right, we're gonna do.
Let's see. Is there going to be a double move? Is there going to be? These are the shenanigans. Okay.
Wand of Ignite every turn.
Oh, I need.
All right.
Okay, that's irritating.
Because no, we can't do
by the way,
Ignite. Right?
That automates now.
Oh
too.
no, you could do a Dromlick Warlock.
Nice.
No wait.
I automated Mage Bane.
No, you can't do that, can you? Because you can't target the angel with Ignite.
Are you sure that you automated it?
Now I'm not sure because I know I did it.
Oh, but you could do Wand of Ice and Fire.
Oh, it might be because I haven't updated yet.
Did you not update?
Maybe.
That's funny.
Possibly.
You could do Wand of Ice and Fire.
It could be my fault.
Stand
okay.
1 zone away. Because I don't know. I still think Wand of Ice and Fire should have been 2 zones. But you
Oh,
can
yeah,
stand 1
you're
zone
on
away.
2.1.7. You haven't updated. It is definitely automated.
How did you not update?
Kosher, here's the reason why.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Then you completely negate the point of having Ignite.
Oh, I disagree with that. I think Ignite was really good at getting rid of nullifies or other things like that, and then casting something else.
Yeah, they originally wanted it to be Novice too.
Ignite should have been Novice. I agree with that as well.
We talked them out of that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because it shouldn't have been Novice.
Really?
All
right. I hear you. I mean, I feel like it's not really a spell that's used that much right now.
But it does get used.
Even by fire mages, I tend to not bring it.
Okay, so we've got Curse Force Master, which means I put the wrong glyph on this guy. Whatever.
It's okay.
Honestly, I think Wand of Ice and Fire, if it was level 2 and had range 2, that still would have been totally fine.
If you want to swap glyphs, you can too.
I agree.
But I mean, the fact that they did make it range 1 and didn't adjust it however it needed to, we just made it kind of a card that no one uses.
It's just the wrong glyph.
I've used it in some books.
No, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I've used it too. Okay. I mean, the thing is, like, generally when I use it, I never actually bring it out. It's just, it comes out and it's just, you know.
The thing about it is, it's just like a lot of other things. There are places for it, and then there's
put a fire glyph on it instead.
Like the Magma Golem book, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do you got? You got the fire glyph on it? All right, man. Let's see what you got. And that is an active fire glyph. Very cool.
Oh, this should. You mind if we kick through upkeep real quick?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Just to make sure that I have everything correct.
I would suggest Ignite Novice.
Oh, hey, by the way, since you cast 2 spells after Mage Bane and you don't have it updated, go ahead and take 2 damage real quick. You're the last person who has to keep track of it.
Oh my god, Shark.
The end of an era.
More of the command spells Novice. You wish more of the command spells of Novice and cheaper mana. Yeah, there's some of those command spells that especially
I know, dude.
they're just not.
The problem is that because War School had so many novice things in it, that if you made it all novice, then what's the point of playing a warlord?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think they probably should have maybe spread some of those out in other schools and just made them novice, but, you know.
I also think that a lot of the incantations needed to be buffed to the point that they're not just flavors of the enchantment, which are better inherently.
You know, this game did a really good job of making attack spells feel unique from each other and also powerful, but, like, when it comes to those incantations, they had that unique feel, but they didn't quite make them usable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Or they just made enchantments too good. I don't know. You know.
I think the enchantments are too good.
Yeah.
That's also possible. I didn't mean to imply that it was one or the other. I guess they needed to make the incantations worth casting over the enchantments.
Yeah, because like Bear Strength, right? Bear Strength is the obvious choice. You know.
Yeah.
Like over Power Strike.
Literally power, like same benefit for one is permanent, one is not.
Yeah,
and
exactly. Right.
Well, it's also only 2 mana.
So is Mind's Eye unmovable?
Yes.
It's a conjuration.
Except that I can move it, but yes.
So if you jet stream it, it won't be pushed, if that's what you're saying.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Although it's kind of weird that that's like that, because it's just like, I guess it's not. It's supposed to be this weird like ephemeral thing in the air, but I don't know.
Yeah,
but the point of ephemeral things is that they interact with weird ephemeral air things.
Ephemeral. I love that word. Anyway.
It is a good word. I approve.
You know what I meant. Incorporeal, ephemeral. What's the difference, right?
I'm honestly not sure. I'm sure there's a difference somewhere.
There's not that much of a difference. Unless you're getting, like, specific lore and specific,
Yeah.
you know. The Iron Vine!
It's nice. It's not the right belt in this case, but...
Yeah, it's still good, though.
Means you're only taking 1 damage around.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Alright, let's see.
Okay,
And all my spells cost triple spellbook points, so... Yeah. All your curses cost double, but that's besides the point.
Yeah. Right? I will quick, and I'll quick through the Mind's Eye. How about we get rid of that noise?
Ah!
It's the amulet!
Well,
Goodbye, amulet. Take that.
That's kind of what I was hoping to do.
Mage Bane damage.
This particular book is there to fuck with your strategy. Doesn't matter what your strategy is. Like, I built it specifically to mess with the other person's head.
Oh, it's just full of, like, random counters to specific mages, or...
There's a lot of common strategies that you'd be surprised to go across all of the mages, and if you can derail that enough to get an advantage, you can then smack them with enough of the things they're not ready for to possibly give you enough advantage to win. Most of the time when this thing wins, it's because they just weren't prepared for me to do what I did.
Oh yeah.
Which is what makes it super fun to play, because it's not like it's not a methodical thing, it's a reevaluate every game kind of thing.
Interesting. So it's like a hate bears kind of thing.
Yeah, sure. That's an interesting way to put it. Let's put that guy in there.
You suck.
You're welcome.
Just like to make it clear that you suck.
It's like,
I will come give me a hug, it's fine.
This book is actually really interesting that I'm playing this Elementalist, because I'm like not actually using a lot of my attack spells, and I'm just sort of like, maybe I should just take them out.
So the question is,
people are like, oh, we can throw so many in there. I'm like, well, you don't need
I'm not really using them. It's really the creatures that I'm looking more of.
As a guy who's played attack spell mages for most of his Mage Force career, I don't think you need more than 15, 16, even on the high end.
Yeah.
Curiosity, was that supposed to enchant him?
Yeah.
It seems to have bound to him. That's why I'm asking. No big.
Yeah, weird. It looks like it enchanted, and it had me pay the mana. It appears. No, it didn't. It bound. Wait, what?
Nope. It just bound.
What?
Yep.
That's interesting.
Shark, what did you do?
That's a fantastic question.
What have you done?
Tell you what. Can you wait if you took it off and then shift drag targeted with it?
Oh yeah, that might work.
Does that work? Haha! Yes.
So now I can spellbind to it, but I can spellbind anything.
That's my fix for not attaching anything to it with multi-school stuff. So I just made it bind everything.
That's horrifying, but okay.
It's just supposed to be like a reminder.
Details. Right. Oh, right. Buttons. I can buttons good.
Yes, you can buttons.
I have a ton of attack spells in my Elementalist, probably way too many as well. Yeah, I'm just sort of like, I notice every time I go to edit my Elementalist, I'm like, I don't really need these. Like, do I really need, like, the boulder in this book? Because I've noticed I favor other cards a lot more right now.
I mean,
sort of thing.
Generally, I bring a shitload of attack spells, and I usually don't use most of them, but the flexibility is nice.
That is really nice, you're right. So I think I'm going to, like, try to reduce... Like, I won't take 2 boulders. I'll just take 1 and be like, okay, maybe more creatures would be helpful that are lower level. That sort of thing. I don't know. It's a book in progress for sure.
And that's one of the things, too, is learning how to play with and against these mages. That is interesting. So this is something I actually forgot existed. That's awesome.
So this is an interesting game. So basically, Furno's having a lot of time to get what he wants to do. And the question is, how many creatures can he bring out with that?
Oh, how many spells did you cast? You cast just the enchantment, right?
Yeah, I only cast the enchantment last turn.
Cool. So the Mage Bane evened out then. And then you had the water. Okay, cool. We're good. Just keeping track for myself.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that Drake right now. I think if it dies, it's such a big blow to Furno.
Yeah.
Question is Shark going to try to kill it or not?
I mean,
I'm going to try
playing it now would take a significant investment, it seems.
You're a significant... Wait. Sorry.
Right. What?
Right.
I'm going to assume that if you put the water glyph on Elemental Drake, it says you may, so you still get that choice. If you want to heal or not.
Oh, for like triggering unholy
Yeah.
reversals and such. Yeah.
Oh, interesting point.
Yeah.
I mean, it gains the ability passively. Super sketchy wording.
It is a little sketchy. So
we're still working on that, and if we can find a way to break it,
it gains the effects, and the effect is you may. So I'm going to assume that that translates.
Right, let's see. Now I need to math.
Yeah, I need to figure out what I'm going to do here.
Oh, I can't do all of that. Excellent. Okay. Do I want to do that?
Where are those rock golems at?
I mean, there's not a lot. Right? I hate to leave the map, but there's not a lot to guard against at the moment. So
there's a Force Master, man. That is definitely a guard-worthy creature.
Yeah, a Force Master that has not done a lot that's directly creature threatening so far.
So far. Hey.
Also,
I can
given that he can just force pull them out of the way.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
Not sure that's useful.
Yeah, this book is there too. Like I said, change how you think about a game.
Is that the rock golem is weak?
I never said that. It's weak here. I'll give you that.
We've heard it here today, folks. Furno thinks rock golem is weak.
I'm being quoted out of context. I resent that.
And Andy's correct.
Bam.
I am correct. I'm always correct.
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty much awful.
They're not really that great, to be honest.
No.
I mean, like 3 armor, 4 life. It sounds. I mean, it's pretty good, but.
I guess for the mana cost of free, it's not bad. But for the mana cost of 4, even
I'm not sure I would for free. Maybe, like possibly. I don't know.
They do a job in a very specific build, which is the very guard heavy build. I'm totally cool with people running that. It's not my preference, but they're also not like. I don't think those break the game. It's just a matter of there's so many ways around it. There's just
yeah.
I don't know, man. Even this Force Master can get around it by just attacking into shit with a Avatar.
A force wave. Walk in and whack whatever's left.
There you go. Yeah.
Hey, more I'm doing.
God damn it.
So if your amulet is cursed, would you keep it?
I need to add curse item to this. There's that work only.
Channeling +2 for. I mean, except late game, 1 damage is usually worth 1 mana. Yeah.
It's 2 damage.
I think I keep it. Oh, 2 damage.
Yeah, it's 2.
Yes. I'm 2. Yeah, 1 damage is worth 1 mana. You get 2 mana turn from the amulet.
Yep.
So yeah. I mean, it's sketchy math. But
yeah, I guess it of course depends on the situation, which breaks down to all sorts of things because it's Mage Wars,
obviously.
But...
All right.
That eye is really creepy.
It is a creepy eye.
I'm
not sure you needed the eye though.
It's in your mind. All right, that's gonna go there.
It's in your mind.
I'm gonna do that.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna follow it up with something afterward. Because this is about to get real weird.
You had 21 mana, dude.
I have a ton of mana.
Like,
yeah, that's
what are you doing with this?
alarming.
The Force Master needs it though.
2 damage and 2 corrode.
I know, I got lucky on that one, and he's going to be cursed with servitude.
Oh, curse of servitude.
This is really good against Drake in particular.
Curse of servitude is just a worse ghoul rot.
It is fucking jank.
It's
honestly
just bad ghoul rot.
I'm surprised it doesn't.
Bad one.
I'm surprised it doesn't have upkeep. I'm gonna be totally honest, man.
Yeah, it probably should.
It really should.
What? It's like
it's weird.
Your opponent can treat it as a ghoul rot that costs you 1 more mana.
That's fine.
It
If you want to treat it like a ghoul rot, then I'm fine with it. Or if you want to attack a friendly creature, I'm totally cool with that.
It is a curse, so it can be removed from other things, and it's psychic, which I think there's in there like mind clear or something like that. You can remove it with too. So
it's a worse ghoul rot.
And that may be, but it's also in school for the mind school though, so it saves me 2 points.
Yeah, sure.
Oh no, it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
It's ghoul rot light for the mind school.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
We gotta.
Which I'm cool with it being slightly worse than the dark school, which is supposed to be good at it. You know, overall I think it's fine.
I mean, I think it's a really good card. I'm gonna be honest.
And also can attack a mage.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Oh,
right.
Yeah,
can or
like I said,
again?
worse ghoul rot. Gonna make one of my buddies.
Wait, did you say cannot attack a mage or can?
I'm
cannot.
going to get.
Oh, you mean the curse can or the thing?
Yeah, the servitude.
Oh,
so that's,
is that a reinforced?
The thing that is.
No.
Oh, there you go. Okay, that's fine.
Reinforced. Actually, it might be worth it here, given the.
How many of those you get?
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
Oh, it's a triple cost.
Plead the 5th.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's good. It's good stuff.
That's the kind of
Alright,
talk
let's see. Does this autocorrectly? Actually, I need to reveal this.
I feel like
it does autocorrectly.
I feel like Shark has really played against the Elementalist a lot, and that's why I'm liking watching his games, because it's like someone that knows what they're doing a lot against him. You know?
I'm starting to get to that point. It's a
the Flame Blast +2,
Woo!
so it's 6, 7
Plus
dice.
3.
Oh, you got a Hawkeye?
It's a Hawkeye, yeah. And I love that you
But
put
my
Hawkeye.
friend,
Also,
you have
the
to-
Curse of Servitude will not auto, so you'll have to do that yourself.
You got a 2 damage to take.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Oh yeah, right.
It's
why
not
did it
auto.
put the fire glyph? Huh.
Oh
wait, why does this have 2 glyphs on it?
Just because it's a mistake in coding. I will fix it.
That's funny.
It's on there. Basically, whenever you use the glyph, I wanted to put an inactive one there as well, so that whether you used the glyph there when you did use the glyph.
That makes a lot of
The
sense.
Drake totally throws off all of the coding I did though, so it's something you have to keep in mind. That's all. Just keep an eye on it.
Okay, so I'm guessing the next thing that's going to happen is what? Wall of Thorns cheese?
I mean, I guess theoretically I could do that.
Rock Golem can't save you now, man.
Rock Golem doesn't save you from the wall.
Rock Golem does very little in this matchup. I just want the 2 damage.
I mean, if you get little 2 dice pings, that can add up, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I have a cleric build that like basically wrecks you if you rush him early with little 2 dice.
Rock Golem doesn't save you from
staff
the wall.
slams.
Alright, in upkeep, I want to move that there.
oh,
Eerie.
to dissolve all of my amulet or to dissolve my armor?
I mean, it's a mind's eye. It could be thinking anything.
You don't
Does
know.
the mind's eye think per se, or
It's got a mind, okay?
no? But it's a mind's eye. That doesn't mean it's a mind.
I mean, there's no reason
it's
to also have a mind.
It's a literal eye, all right? It's not.
It's a literal eye.
It's called mind's eye, but it's just an eye in the sky, all right,
you
man?
got the Eye of Etajet too.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, right.
It's a floating eyeball.
It's
mind
just
thing.
supposed to.
Yeah, but Eda just is an asshole. It's fine.
Which, to be fair, I'd be kind of scared if I saw just an eye in the sky.
No, disembodied eye.
So I'd be like, oh god, what is it doing there?
Right.
It's got a slight Lord of the Rings vibe to it that we're all creeped out by because
right. It's also a lot like the first episode of the Matt Smith Doctor Who.
Oh yeah, absolutely, that's right.
Oh, wow, seen that one.
The
Holy
aliens looking for Prisoner Zero.
Yep.
You gotta love it. Man.
Man, that brings me back a while ago.
I like the Doctor Who reboot. I thought they did a really good job with it.
I haven't actually watched since Matt Smith, so.
You got a favorite Doctor?
Well, Tom Baker, but
Tom Baker, you're a classic, man. All right.
Oh yeah, well that's how I got hooked on Doctor Who back in the college. But I've only seen up through the first half of the season of Peter Capaldi, so I haven't seen anything since then.
Yeah,
I
mean, Sylvester was pretty good. Obviously,
Yeah.
McGann only had his movie, but I mean, honestly, like the stuff McGann did in the non-video series was amazing.
Oh, really?
My favorite episode still was the Don't Blink, the one with the original one with
the Angels.
David Tennant.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
David,
great episode.
Blink is one of my favorite episodes.
That is my favorite episode still. But
I feel like that episode is why Moffat got the 11th Doctor.
It is. It's exactly why, because that was a well-written episode. Unfortunately, I don't think the follow-up to it, where they brought them back and all that, like, just wasn't as good. And it's hard. It's super hard.
The Angels. Are you talking about the Angel stuff and the Matt
Smith
stuff?
Literally anything he tried to do to follow that. Matt Smith topped that one. That was such a good episode.
I mean, it is super tight.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the Peter Capaldi is actually really good, and honestly, I think the 13th Doctor is also fantastic.
I think all of the actors who play Doctor Who are good. Like, I've seen Matt Smith, and we watched the first 2 seasons of The Crown. He was fantastic.
Oh yeah,
it's not an acting.
He was so good in that, man. Yeah.
Crown. I've not seen Crown. What is that?
The Crown is about Queen Elizabeth, basically.
Oh, okay.
And Matt Smith plays Prince Philip, and he does a phenomenal job. And so it's like, yeah, he's one of my favorite actors. But the writing, I wasn't a huge fan of the River Saga. Literally,
I mean,
really,
it had a really cool concept, and honestly, I kind of see where you're coming from. I mean, I disagree,
You're
but
clearly planning something.
Yeah,
I don't want to deal with it. So.
Oh, that's cute.
I really did like.
Okay, now I'm scared.
David Tennant was okay.
Let's
So
see. Force Wave?
If you watch the classic, you generally think Fourth Doctor's the best, Tom Baker. But if you started with the new series, you generally think the 10th Doctor's the best, David Tennant. It's like usually the answers that are for that.
I like Tennant, but Eccleston actually was one of my favorites too.
Eccleston was great.
He was great to reboot the series, and I think he just didn't want to keep going with it.
I think he had health problems. Pretty sure
he had mental health problems. Is what
That's right, yeah. And I know he's doing better now, but
well, good for him. I did like him.
Shark, let me ask you a question then. Did you start with the 9th Doctor then? Eccleston?
Yes.
Yeah, that's also the other thing is a lot of people's first Doctor is their favorite. Yeah. And a lot of people started with 10.
I'm aware of that.
A lot of people started with 10.
Right.
Yeah.
But that'd be
I need
episode.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, Blink is so good. I've got them on DVD. I love it.
Oh heck yeah!
And you could also catch episodes on Pluto.tv with the old school Doctors.
Oh yeah, there's so many good old school.
Shark ears.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Time elemental, not unavoidable.
I have a lot more mana than I did in the last game we played. Just.
Oh, I know. I'm watching.
Like the double mana crystal opening is the alternate to what I did against you, and
you're also dealing with the creatures in a different way, which I had a lot less creatures in mind.
This is also a different book. I don't have the 2 things I complained about last. Oh, I have one of them, but I don't have as much as that I complained about last time.
Interesting.
Trying to use.
All right.
So
let's see if it pays off.
Let's see if it plays.
So you changed it since you played Koshade the other night.
No, I just reverted to the old version. I only built the other one because of some red.
Tell
you what, let's go over here and guard.
All right. Going to move here.
Take your damage.
Take your damage.
Yep.
Or attack the rock golem. I'm cool with that too. Fuck it. 5 dice piercing 1 against your own dude.
I mean.
Oh boy. Sorry about that.
Okay, that is a weird bug.
It's a bug because it's a Drake. It's the damn Drake that I didn't account for that I need to rewrite. It's okay. Basically, anytime anybody who has an active glyph attacks or something like that, it makes those inactive and then will delete them during the upkeep. And I hadn't accounted for the Drake when I wrote it. Because I'm a dork. I know, right? I forgot the Drake existed, which is why we changed him.
How dare you?
Yeah, Rock Golem also acts as a punching bag for the Curse of Servitude shots. So
that's fine by me if you want to keep punching him and not use the Drake. I don't mind. I don't have to pay any upkeep on it. So
let's see.
Confusion's also one of those cards that I'm like, this is really good for not having any sort of like dissipate or
It's just so
or
weird.
anything.
Randomness involved.
That's what I mean. It's so random that you're like, I guess it's good.
It can hit itself.
Yeah, right. Like you always can hit yourself, or just run away and be like, haha. Now you're the only target you can hit.
Well, that's another reason why
it's
you can attack the
2 damage
wall.
a turn with an option to prevent it.
Confusion's more than 2 damage, my man.
Oh, confusion. I think.
Man.
Yeah, so it's really one of the reasons I asked Zuberi, can you attack the outer edge of the arena? Is it a legal target?
Yeah, right. I hear you.
Because it's a wall.
Yeah. That's valid.
That's an interesting question.
And it was specifically because of confusion, and you can, but it's not a valid target.
Yeah, it doesn't exist. Yeah. It'd be funny if you're like, I'm gonna attack the outer edge. All right, I'm gonna break it because it has no life. I'm running away. The end.
I flee the arena.
You go off the board.
Didn't you just lose by forfeiture?
No, the rules say you have to kill the mage. All right, man. You did not kill him. He just left.
The end.
Well, it was like Intangible once.
Okay, you have 38 mana. What are you doing?
He sacrificed his mage to a sacrificial altar.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. That was so
funny. Yeah.
Because he didn't want me to kill him.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so he gave a I don't know, a zombie hydra or something.
I'll save that for later.
+6.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, these 5 more points for the monk. Looking pretty good, man.
Are they helping?
I don't know yet, but we're gonna find out.
Good news, guys. The validator or the builder works.
Yay! That's so awesome, dude.
Yeah, I noticed that. Thank you.
I literally was like, I was about to build some books. It's like, I'm not going to do this until Sharky finishes it because he said it was going to be soon. So
it didn't. I mean, it just took a little bit of time to relearn. I don't remember seeing.
I'm not sure. I'm so used to my opponents doing stuff and then me responding to it. This is throwing me off.
And again, that's the point of this. I love it. Goodbye.
It's gone.
Oh.
And I guess mana trading is no longer a consideration because you have all of the mana.
I have a fuckload. I don't even know what to do in
now bring out the mana drain.
I can't have any mana because you have all of it.
Bring out the mana drain now.
I would love to. Honestly, adding mana drain to this would be hilarious.
Remember, if you get to 100 mana, you win.
I mean, I'm on the way.
Okay, so can we talk about force constructs really quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm
out of action for this.
I think J-Buzz messaged me and asked me if it was possible for them to be coming in active.
That was me.
Was that
you?
you?
Was also Zot. I think it was both of you.
I don't know if you guys have talked about it or if you guys both thought that independently. But I don't know. So can you go into detail then? Why that's an idea?
Screw
you. Force field.
When we created the force construct creatures, there was a debate on how many dissipates to give them.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And the issue is that when you have a creature on the board, let's say a non-incorporeal one, but just like a Timberwolf, okay? It's supposed to be about 3 attacks against itself to survive or to kill itself.
Yeah, and I remember doing playtesting.
I think you just gave my rock golems a purpose in life.
And so what happens is with the force constructs,
gave my rock golems a purpose in life.
Oh yeah, he definitely has a purpose now.
That's how the force constructs kind of got to where they are. They're supposed to last about those 3 rounds.
All right.
Now, in the end, it turns out that that's at least 1 too low because they don't get to do anything the first turn they come in, and they lose an upkeep, dissipate right out of the gate before they can be useful. And I think in a way to fix their lack of dissipate, which I think we erred on the too much on the side of caution because they were all quick cast creatures, that if they came in active, that would essentially give them a dissipate. and make them probably a lot more playable.
I remember we had the extra dissipate for a while, and it was after playtesting we reduced it. That's what
But it was playtesting. I'll caveat that it was playtesting for Academy.
Right.
Okay.
Which I do think makes a big difference.
I thought we playtested in Arena.
We put them in Arena, but the problem wasn't Arena. The problem was the Academy.
I'm sure there are on Arcane Duel's channel. I think there's
there's again the problem was Academy. The problem wasn't Arena.
Not.
Like Arena, they were fine. It was just the problem was Arena because of the fact that, the problem was Academy because they were better in Academy. And so we had to balance around Academy.
That's right. It was because of Academy.
Yeah, we had to balance around
because
it. Because
most of the games are over in like five turns anyways, and so it was like, well, they're already dying.
Whoa, wait, what?
I'm just moving that guy over there.
Why?
Because I can. Because I can.
Because you want to screw with me?
Oh, of course.
That's the aim of all of this, right?
That's how this book works. Yes. But yeah, it was the Academy balance specifically.
So there is one thing because we don't really have the cards to errata it, but I guess we could put a rule in that if it's a construct or a force creature, maybe
a force
creature. I'm not exactly sure how to talk about.
And I don't know if that's. Hold on, you have to look.
Because constructs, there's
a visible force creature.
Well, there's a harsh.
The invisible stalker is not. Well, it has the subtype of force.
So there is a construct creature that's harsh force construct, but in terms of force,
but it's not forced, right?
So I guess you'd have to say a.
If you want to know, the invisible stalker does have the subtype of force.
Yeah, right.
I don't know about the other ones, but the invisible stalker has force.
It's force, construct. So there are actually two subtypes.
It could be, yeah.
Yeah. So I think if you say force construct creatures come in with active, then they become more playable, and you might see different force master type strategies.
I think coming in active is a good idea.
Because right now you don't see the force construct creatures much.
Because we can't actually redo.
Right. But a rule change is easy. And also, I wanted to mention that when you guys are doing all this, you might want to make sure that you're tracking something to update the codex.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So the only issue I have with that, with the force constructs coming in active, is that theoretically you can get 2 extra activations immediately right away.
But the force master is the one thing that he has no spawn points, he has nothing. And
yeah, so you can get 2.
Right.
So you get 2 around theoretically.
Right. But if you're doing that, you're not getting very big things.
Because you currently get 2, but they go away, obviously. I mean, I've played against some force books, some construct books, and they are pretty good. But I don't know. I guess we should do a playtesting round and just
see how they do
and try it out. And if we don't have people actually try it, then we just don't do the rule. But like one of those things that like I think since people are asking for it, it's a simple change instead of a card rule change. Like we're just like, okay, let's actually see it get tested, rather than just make it the rule. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that.
It was just a thought for testing. That's all.
Yeah, that's a good idea. It's at least worth testing, I think.
Because I agree, we don't see it get used a lot, and it might be that it's because people just haven't actually tried it well enough. And
I've got one book that's a force construct book where I just threw it together to play against people on Octagon.
Yeah, I've got a force construct book too,
and it's below mediocre. So,
where is my force construct book? This one.
I think I have a few of each of the the non-promo ones.
Probably the most common construct book was designed to use what was it? That one that gives you +2 melee.
Redistributed power.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's the reason I put it in. And it's like, okay, I got a little force golem. Mm-hmm. And the neat thing about those is the force golems, by the way, Sharky, I don't think they're listed as elusive. Because they're invisible, they should be elusive, right?
I'm pretty sure elusive actually isn't taken into account anywhere in the code that I'm aware of, so.
Gotcha.
They probably are not.
Right, they are not.
Right, you just get to ignore guards prompts.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, just hit ignore guards, but yeah, let's see if I can adjust that. Oh, I'm done with planning.
Wait, let
I'm
me
trying
put
to find
this
in
on
the
our
code where I
notes.
accidentally make everything go
I'll
fucked
put
up.
this on our notes to put something in there. I'd like to talk to Puddin about it too, because I know he's a Force Master guy, so I'm sure he's played it a lot more than I have. Because I'm sure he'll have opinions on that too. Let's see here.
I'm gonna do that. All right, go ahead.
More of this BS. Great. Let's see.
I'm tempted to rename this book the Asshole Book, but I haven't done it yet. Ooh, cool. Delete.
How many of those you got?
I know how many. At least I know vaguely how many he's got. That's a fuckload less than normal people.
Even my normal books run too few. Ooh, dispelled.
Yeah, I know, mine do too.
It's because you have not seen those DOT books, I'm sure.
I played the DOT book for a while.
Fair enough, fair enough.
That's not it.
Oh fuck! What a punch back.
Wait, what the? Wait, 3 damage. Oh, right, because it was at 4.
Pass.
Wait, also, the attack is canceled.
Oh, do I get a counter strike on that or no?
I do not think you do.
I don't remember.
I also think you keep the guard.
No, I just anybody in the audience.
I didn't see the action. What happened?
I have a force field. Do I get a counter strike on the guard?
I believe it cancels the attacks, but
okay, cool. We're good.
Yeah.
It needs to be adjusted in the code then, and I'll put that in my coding notes.
Oh, also,
oh wow, that was like that was probably a coded from a long time ago.
It is. You know? It's something I haven't had to deal with yet.
Honestly, it may not have been a rule when they put it in.
Alright, no guard counter. Cool. Alright, I wrote that down. I'll add that on the next patch. Sorry, my pass.
Yeah, I believe the guard marker is still removed when you get attacked, though.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, it's gonna get
removed. Well, but that happens during
anyway.
the avoid attack step.
But in the supplement specifically, I believe it states you remove the guard.
Oh, you suck. You suck, man.
Well, that's a really interesting topic, right? So the rock golems cost 1.
The extent to which Sharky sucks.
So we can reanimate him, but he's basically taking away their action every round. That's great.
I mean, yeah, there's no more action.
I can just put them in suspended animation by letting them.
Yeah, suspended animation. I love it.
I was waiting for the guy in the Pandemonium zone to move, so I'm like, all right, fuck it. That was fun.
Funny, dude.
All right.
That's funny. Little ridiculous, but you know.
Dude, it's so stupid.
You're the worst.
I know. To call this janky would be an understatement of the proportions. Every proportions. All right, I need to write down in this code. Fix me here. Okay. I have it gonna fix the glyph issue. So, all right. Anyway, where are we? I'm done with the action phase, so it's all you, bud.
I've lost track of what bullshit you're doing.
To be honest, so have I. It's okay.
We could use one of the extra cards or peace temple to make constructs not lose any dissipates, or add dissipates to force constructs.
You always redo the peace temple because fuck that thing.
We do still have to redo that temple. You're right.
Well, that's the one I thought we'd come up with a.
Wait, actually, do I have enough mana to
on point for the Force Master?
No, I don't.
Okay, if you did, you can totally change, but no big. All right. We're gonna move this back this direction.
Yeah, I don't see the Elementalist winning this.
Oh, ye of little faith.
I don't know, man.
The last time it was stupid close with this book against the Elementalist, so it's not unheard of. It's not undoable in both cases.
you're in a better position.
Can we pass upkeep so I can pay all my bullshit upkeep costs?
Yeah, it should be on you on this one. I don't know why it's not
It's
cooperating.
frozen.
There we go. It's just not cooperating, that's all.
Let's say I need to spend 4 in upkeep, so.
Yep. Yeah, Farkas, I agree. That's why I thought I'd try to put together a couple of them. I've got a couple on paper. I'll just get them over to the guys and see if we can't think about that as one of the cards. Problem is, we got a lot of cards and not enough slots, would be my guess. But a spawn point for the Force Master seems like a reasonable thought.
Stop being reasonable.
That seems like a pretty major change to the Force Master.
That's a lot of stuff to think about.
Personally,
no,
I'd
like to see weaker mages actually get options. Like mages that need the help, rather than just giving the Force Master more options.
You mean like Force Master?
Oh, I don't think she's a weak mage at all.
Force Master isn't weak, just odd.
What's up? Just odd?
Force Master isn't weak, just odd.
He's not the weakest, but he is weak.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah. I'm not sure I agree that she's weak, but...
Is it weird that I've been thinking about Flame Strike and Lightning Strike being just enchantments?
They should be.
Reasonable. Yeah, I can't think of any situation where they're worth it.
No one's
using an action and mana for.
They're not in a mage, like in my Warlock, which would get benefit from this. No, fuck that.
I can think of a lot of mages that would benefit, but if it was, but like no one is using it currently, and I
why would they?
I mean, this is one of the first promos they ever had, so you know.
Sorry, I'm thinking about this one. This is why I like this particular build, but it's also sometimes tougher to figure out what the hell I'm going to do.
With your 22 mana that you're sitting on?
The mana isn't necessarily the problem with this one. It's more of what is the right strategy here, which I find awesome, but it's also one of those like, well, how do I want to do this?
How do you guys feel about spiked armor right now?
How do you feel what?
How do you guys feel about spiked armor?
I thought it was fine.
I think it's cool. I'd like to try it in a Warlord, like a Anvil Throne one time.
Okay. War mages shouldn't get armor. Use cards.
Nah, I don't want to.
I mean, a 9-up bleed from 1, piercing 1 is interesting. You know?
Yep.
I mean, lightning +1 is
funny.
Probably unneeded, to be honest, for a 9 mana.
And it turns you into a lightning rod.
It does, right? It doesn't make any sense, but you know. It's all good.
Ready when you are, sorry.
It makes Mage War sense.
Yes.
And
it's funny.
Did you want to deploy? Because apparently we skipped through that.
Just like the idea for Flame and Strike Lightning being enchantments. Yeah.
Quick cast.
I mean, I'm thinking about because we added Marshall to it, and
what if it costs 0 to cast?
Wait, why are we thinking of giving the monk a 2 armor piece? That seems like a bad idea.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about we gave Marshall to the Flame Strike and Lightning Strike. So if we made him enchantments, that would allow the monk to then have a flame or lightning in school.
Like I said, or what if you made them cost 0 or 1?
Oh, interesting. If I let them die to upkeep, I can respawn them at the spawn point.
Yes, you can. Which is cool, in my opinion.
I'm not sure if it actually makes sense to do it, but it's cool.
It is fun. But you still pay upkeep, so I don't really care.
Let's see. So much tiresome bullshit.
That could be cool.
Or if for the incantations, what if it did what it says on it, but it maybe did a melee or / range plus in addition, and give you
buff it to actually just make it a good
if you didn't have this, it gets these and it adds range +1 and melee +1, depending on what attack you're doing.
It's an interesting idea too.
Let's see.
Well, let's talk really quick. So, if we made it an enchantment,
and I'm saying leaving it as an incantation in that case.
yeah, of course. If we made it a enchantment, it would be very unique as an enchantment. Right?
Oh, bloody hell!
Right. You just leave it as it is,
and then you
just
take
make
it as like a
enchantment.
reactionary thing. So if you like verse a druid, you'd probably want to make your attacks fire, right?
I don't have any more actions.
Right.
Oh, right, you don't. True.
I would run them more if they were enchantments. Okay, interesting. Maybe we should make the we should buff the incantation, and then also make an enchantment, because it's already in the playtesting thing, so we know we're gonna print something. We're gonna print something.
Right.
So maybe we should do both of those and just see what players choose most of the time.
All right, yeah. So Farkas, would you run it as an incantation if it cost 0 or 1 mana to cast and it did what it does now and added +1 die to it?
Oh, 0 mana. Damn.
Yeah, 0 or 1, because it's only going to do 1 die.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to get the effect too. So this in effect buffs it. So what if it cost 1 or 2 mana and did all that and gave you +1 die?
Also,
would you consider it as an incantation then?
Ooh. Barely dealt that damage, man.
He did what he needed to do.
Look at the squad of freaking elemental duders.
I know.
Look
and they
at
all
the
cost upkeep +1.
face. I know. This is great.
Ah, run away! Get away from me! Revealing right now Chains of Agony as you move into the first zone.
Oh, the chains!
You don't have to go both zones if you don't want to. Just the first zone. I'm making you aware that
you got purge magic, my man. I hope you do.
He's gonna laugh when I nullify him first. So yeah.
You're awful. You're the worst.
I know.
Oh, he's taking 2 damage.
Oh, he's gonna do it!
Oh, he's gonna do it!
That's cute.
How much armor do you have, Shark?
Not any. Why would I have any armor?
I'm sorry.
But he does have a force field.
I know.
I'm sorry, man.
What, 1 or 2?
What is that force field? It has 1 left on it, so it's gonna have 2.
It's gonna have 2 next round. So.
I mean, this is all separate attacks, so
yes.
Right. So
yes,
it is. 2 of them.
So it just eats them up.
Did you? Yeah, you did. Okay. You took your damage. Haha. All right.
Right.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Right.
I click that.
What particular bullshit do I need to worry about now?
Just upkeep.
I mean, obviously that bullshit, but yeah.
We're also releasing Elfric's Ring, which that's probably just a fine as it is.
Yeah, we'll put this guy over here.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Just a ring that gives you plus life. It's good and bad, you know.
Yep. I thought it was fine. I like the promos from the old days that had the foily M on it.
Oh yeah, those are cool.
Yeah. Those are cool.
I mean, 4 life for 4 mana. That's really not that bad.
Nope. And it takes up a slot that is unused on many people.
Really is.
Okay.
You know what would be nice is if it had slash. Well, no, I guess not. And just leave it as it is.
No quick cast.
Let's think of a way to help the siren.
No quick cast.
Oh, I hear you. I mean,
all right.
It probably shouldn't have healing or protection or anything like that, but you know.
Right.
Good.
Bye. I guess it's kind of weird. Healing Ring doesn't have healing. Oh, is your initiative?
Oh,
you didn't push him. Oh,
I was worried about that happening later, but
I didn't. I thought you were gonna push him, my man.
I thought I was gonna push too.
I should have.
was for something else. I mean, if you want, we can go back and just do it.
I can tell.
Yeah, I should have.
I can tell you do not.
Go ahead and do it.
I can tell
Mage Bane
you
yourself, and then attack me with it.
You do
and
not
do your
wall throws
push.
a lot, man. I can tell.
Yeah. Okay.
It's practice. It's okay.
And-
No, it's okay. This is a good test date either way.
Okay.
I could have gotten away and made it way worse for him, or I could not and see. Watch, I'm going to teleport either way. So.
Yeah.
Yep. That was a good roll.
So you
That
take
sucks.
what, like 3?
7 damage, but on 3 attacks. There we go. Okay,
Wait,
that's not as bad as the last one being blanks. So I'm going to teleport out here now.
Still pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh no, it's 7 damage on 6 dice isn't that bad.
Oh yeah. Oh, you took 6.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, I took 6 on that one. So now it's your action.
Bloodwave Greatbow coming out is going to be really solid. I haven't seen any.
Tar Trap. Cool. No guard. Don't forget your Mage Bane, please. If you did,
and
did
the
you do Mage
chains.
Bane for both of them? Okay, cool. And your chains
I
agony. Yep.
understand. Yeah.
Thank you.
Goddamn DOT.
Yeah. Well, this one's built around
you're
enough
the
DOT
one that
to get you in the
chose
problem.
to move.
I know. I have only myself to blame.
Ouch. All right, that's it for me.
That's
I
hilarious.
assume there's a thing showing up. It may not have been Tar Trap, but Tar Trap I did activate. Just heads up.
Oh
that's
right,
all.
yeah, it was a tar trap.
Cool.
Obviously.
Yep. Just making sure we're on the same page. Oh, he's gonna hit me.
He is. He's got that.
Hey, I got one of those.
Man.
Let's try
In this
that one. See if that
particular
works.
case, you actually have a defense.
Oh, he avoids it.
Yeah.
Very nice.
The Sports Master's an asshole.
I am very unhappy at the moment.
To call the Sports Master an asshole is probably an understatement.
Yeah, it's almost as bad as a warlord.
Dude,
I'll be right back.
so one time, back a long time ago when I played MTG, my buddy loved to play creature heavy books, and I loved to just fuck with them, right? So I built a blue deck that is 100% only had counter spells except for one particular card that had mind control. And I beat him with it once. That's all I needed to do. He still talks about it to this day. So, because of that, I built a Mage Wars deck around that same concept, where this is kind of what spawned from that. How fuck with the other person's strategy so hard they don't know who they are anymore, and that they end up losing because they made more mistakes than I did. Now,
man.
that doesn't work every time, obviously,
This
but
is
still.
the book that convinces me you have to take certain spells.
Yeah, and this, yeah, I can see. I mean, there are certain ones you should. But there's enough counters that there are counters that exist to this thing that aren't specifically cards. They're tactics.
Yeah,
That, frankly, Frodo's playing pretty fucking well right now. Honestly, there aren't too many books that keep up with this thing.
I'm not sure that's true. I'm doing some dumb shit.
There's some dumb shit. But that's not the point. The point is there's always dumb shit that happens when this book comes out.
Well,
you're not going to know everything I'm going to do, but you are doing a pretty damn good job of keeping the dumb shit to a minimum.
This is your damage.
If that makes sense. Yeah.
I suppose.
Like, the dumb shit's actually fairly minimal by comparison.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You're doing a good job, and it may not seem like it, but you are.
Thanks, I guess.
My
bad.
I've played this book enough to know when someone's playing well around the dumb shit and when they're just gonna fucking lose their shit because you would have already lost.
Yeah, it's one of those things that if you're not ready for it, you just die.
Yeah.
Sorry about that screen.
It's not even just ready for it. It's just some people tilt, and when they tilt, I'm like, all right, I win.
That's the issue. Is that they start making moves that are not in favor of what they're trying to do because they're trying to just like say like this is not how this is supposed to work, and then they just die.
Right, and then they just fucking die, and it's hilarious from a I'm trying to fuck with them standpoint, but it's
so there isn't a unifying strategy. It's just a bunch of like silver bullet type things against a bunch of common strategies.
So there is a unifying strategy, and the unifying strategy is to derail the other guys.
Yeah.
And it doesn't sound the same, but the derailing part is actually important. Derail what they're doing. Keep them from doing what they do, and if you can do something else better than what they do now, you win.
Right, which again boils down to running a bunch of silver bullets, does it not?
Oh yeah, but the unifying strategy is to be offsetting. Offset the advantage enough to take it. That doesn't always work, but...
Why don't we?
So was that Excalibur TK that you were talking about, or somebody else?
Who? What?
Was it that Tim guy up in Columbus that you were talking about?
For which part? Sorry,
The
I need
Mage
context.
Wars, the Mage Wars anti-creatures thing.
Oh no! This was just anti-strategy, just to mess with people's head. It wasn't anybody in particular.
Oh.
But my buddy that I was talking about for the MTG thing was a buddy I played locally with.
No, I thought you were talking about a different guy for when you were playing Mage Wars that way.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So let's talk about. Fargus wants to talk about Force Phoenix here.
Mhm.
What if Force Phoenix is able to grab another Force construct from your discard pile, or add dissipates to Force constructs when it dies? So right now,
yeah, it seems like it should do something. Yeah.
So right now, I don't know if it necessarily feels like Force Phoenix is thematic with the word Phoenix.
Yeah.
Right
it
now,
is cool looking
Phoenix is destroyed.
Card though.
When a Force Phoenix is destroyed right now, a non-mage enemy creature just becomes inactive in its zone. So I guess it's such a beautiful death that some dude is like, "Oh,
Wow,
I don't
what a
want to
roll.
attack. I just want to watch him die." But like, you're right. It feels like some sort of resurrection should happen, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know why it's called a Phoenix. I mean, aside from it just looking cool, like one, I guess.
Or I think maybe you just resummon it for a cost.
You could make the option to resummon it, because that would make sense, right? It's a Force Phoenix.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, either it coming back to life, or if we don't like that idea, a different construct coming back, going from your discard
Did
pile
that
to
not
your
do
book or something.
Zone attack?
Probably it coming back to life makes the most
Hold
sense.
on a minute.
Didn't appear to
Yeah,
actually do the zone attack.
So-
Interesting. One sec. I'm adding that to my patch list.
Because,
I think if you make it a reanimate effect, you add the level
Right.
to its
Zone
casting
attack.
cost.
Oh yeah, it
or
has
something.
to go up
Okay.
because it'll literally come back forever. So.
Wait, you finally spent your mana.
I have been. That tends to happen with this thing. It's like, oh god, I have a lot, but it's like, I'm gonna need that later.
Yeah, it's not enough.
So that didn't do shit to that guy. Okay.
And the last rock golem.
And the last rock golem here.
Oh no!
I don't know why they didn't count as a zone attack.
You're using the old Tide Elemental. What are you doing?
Yep, it died. Right? The playtest one fixes that shit. What are you doing? All right. That's it for that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead with the actions. I don't know why.
I don't know. I kind of like the one that has the ending in the one object in this.
Yeah.
One object in this zone, and you win the game.
Right.
No, it doesn't say zone. It says this.
Right. It doesn't even
I'm
say
just
so.
spelling in the rest of the text.
Take the
Okay,
damage
one
for
from
moving.
Pennsylvania, please, sir.
Mhm.
I'm attacking you with elemental resonance.
I mean, it's supposed to say.
Not that elemental
It's
resonance.
obviously supposed to say, as a quick action, the Tide Elemental can remove all burn conditions from
Oh,
the
you're spending your
in the
defense.
zone, and
Plus
you
one for Chains of
win
Agony.
the game.
Wait. Did you just
Hold on,
use
wait.
the-
Chains of Agony for moving, but what was the question, Justin?
I was just surprised that you used.
I was
your
finishing the
defense.
sentence originally
Oh, yeah.
that we changed.
Oh, yeah, the sentence. Sorry, carry on.
When you remove the burn conditions from one object in the zone, you win the game.
Yeah, I could say that, but we don't know because it stops at this.
Exactly. We don't know.
Oh wait, one more die because is Frost Trap still on? Is not Frost Trap.
Tar Trap, yeah, it doesn't automate. Fuck, sorry.
Okay.
I need to add
I'll
it on
just
there too.
roll- Wait.
Oh, you're not actually.
Also,
Just roll one more
I
again.
like how you're
So-
not restrained, so your defense remains the same. That's
Yeah, right.
really funny, actually.
Oh jeez.
So you
Give
actually
your-
still
give your
have
mana
the
back.
7 instead of the -2.
Yeah, whatever. I'll just roll it manually. So
That's
it's
fine.
going to be 5, 6, 7, 8
7.
dice.
8 dice, yeah.
Let me. I'm gonna write that in our
Oh,
notes, by
that's
the way, Farkas. About the
Oh, you're
Force
kidding me.
Phoenix.
Okay, 4 damage.
Oops.
That's a whiff.
11. There we go. All right.
Still, that +2 is nice, man.
It's yeah.
Sorry,
I mean, rolling shit, but
But you would have rolled even
if you want,
shittier.
I'm gonna add some more damage to that one just for testing purposes. But
No, dude, don't roll down. What are you doing?
no.
yeah,
Don't
have
even
to.
at the dice, because then he's gonna roll high one time, and then it's
Wait,
gonna.
what
be
just
like,
hit me? Oh,
what
it's
are you
fine.
doing?
Okay, don't forget your Mage Bane damage. 2 of them for the spells.
One
Because
attack-
I only
you
cast
don't
one
have
spell,
one,
the other
man.
one was me punching you.
Wait,
That's right.
are
Just
you,
one of
are
them.
you
then.
adding artificial damage to your mage?
Okay, I don't have to.
Yeah, man.
Easy way. We're good. I was just trying to get some data with the average rolls. But
he's gonna roll higher unless
yeah, I mean,
unless you
the
plan
way
to
you get that kind
turn.
of data is just do a bunch of games.
That's true. Yeah, you do enough. No big. All right, carry on. I take it back. All right. It's an interesting match.
Now I just need to hope to not die while I punch you. It's the plan.
I mean, that's always the goal, isn't it?
And Tarshap, is that getting removed this round?
It is, yeah.
Heck yeah. I feel like Force Phoenix is that card that everybody wants it to be better, but it like just isn't.
I wish it was
Why
cooler.
Force Phoenix specifically? Like, do people actually make distinctions between the?
It also has to be balanced compared to the other Force constructs.
Yeah.
But does anyone use any of them?
Yes, and if they came in with active, then they'd probably use them a lot more.
Too much more.
That is true.
I don't know about too much, but definitely some of them would see play on a more regular basis.
So we don't have a level 3 Force construct, so maybe going up to a level 3 would make sense with him.
There you go.
You know.
All right. What is happening here? I don't know what you're going to do, and I'm very concerned. Which, yes, is the point.
No, that's not right there.
Ooh, the staff comes out. All right, I see what you're doing here.
Sometimes it's useful to have an attack.
Yeah, there you go.
It's useful to have an attack. I love it.
Hear me out. Hitting things.
A 4-die attack for 4 mana. Just saying.
I mean, you can get a 4-die attack with the Gladius, which is 2 mana.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess you're paying for the defense and the glyph, really, you know?
Yeah. No, the defense thing is nice. I don't use it a whole lot, but I mean, like, it's a good thing to have on hand. It's super cheap. You can cast off the forge.
And the artwork for these are Infinity Stones a little bit, and the
kind of looks like that.
And it's cooler than the polished turd that is the Wand of Ice and Fire.
Oh my God,
not a high bar to set there. I'm gonna be real honest.
Polished turd, Wand of Ice and Fire. I love it.
Which, for some reason, unlike all the other ones, is shield slot only.
Oh yeah, I know. I don't understand that either. To be honest.
Why is that the case?
I have no idea.
You can only wield it in your offhands. Otherwise, the magic doesn't work.
This is not a direct spell wand. This is a off-handed wand.
All right, I am ready.
What? They didn't want you to get your hand that you eat with dirty with the turd.
Dude.
Isn't that why some cultures shake with certain hands?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's an old school thing.
But come on, dude.
And no, it's duty.
Boo.
Bada boom.
Boo.
Every time I look at Rockgolem's art, I think it's like a watercolor painting. You know what I mean? It's cool.
Hey, by the way, do you want
I like it, man. I'm not saying it's bad.
All right, I won't either. Go ahead.
But yeah, it does look kind of watercolory.
Again, you still need to see Galaxy Quest.
I do.
Yeah, I can see that. Galaxy Quest is pretty good. All right, anything else?
Rock.
That's all you got?
I'm done.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
What are you about to do?
You're gonna love it. You guys are all going that way.
Okay.
Oh, that's not what I expected. Interesting.
Any other bullshit, or just that bullshit?
Just that bullshit for the moment. As soon as you move everybody over there, I'll probably move myself this way.
Okay.
Okay, that's
so
weird.
In that case,
I thought you were gonna do something with that.
I'm disappointed because that's exactly what I was planning around.
That's all right.
Come now, you're disappointed.
That's okay.
Take that damage.
Yep. Teleporting you to my zone.
Cool. 2 damage for that one total, which I'm okay with. Because I know you don't have too many of those.
I thought you were gonna force pull then double move.
I thought about doing that too. But I like the force wave play.
Yep.
It may not be enough, but I liked it at the time. Nah.
Well.
Yeah. You could have accomplished the same thing with a 1-mana force pull from your Mind's Eye and then double move your mage and save the spell.
Aha! There we go.
Wrong attack.
I figured you had Flame Blast, so it was worth a shot.
I don't have enough mana.
Ferda's got no
Flame
mana.
Blast. I just mean the 5-die slash.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That guy having... I like that guy actually has a built-in attack now.
Yeah.
Him not having...
I actually don't know if I like it or not. I feel like it might be
Really?
too high personally, but
It's... I mean...
I don't know, man. He's a strong Drake as he is.
When you don't have enough mana to actually use them.
You may want to give him a... I don't know if it does that or not. Give him a active Fire Glyph before the animation fucks up.
Yeah.
Sorry. My bad.
No
My bad, guy.
problem.
It'll be fixed tomorrow. Alright, and upkeep done. Some of the reason I chose those particular plays were also initiative based. I had to hedge my bets on a couple things, so now I don't have to. Fuck you guys.
alright. I see how it is.
Actually, do I want to put him there, or do I want to... No, I'm gonna...
Give 1 second here.
Yep.
God, I'm working with channeling 6.
I know.
It's horrific.
I love it.
Oh, you're all good. Alright.
It hurts me.
My wife's watching Stargate for the first time, and she's discovering how amazing that show is.
Nice. That's
Wait, why are you putting it over there? What are you doing?
Debating
Now,
a few things.
did you lead off with the Stargate movie?
She did watch it, the movie first.
Nice.
Yeah, she's watched way more episodes than I have, and she knows way more
Actually,
about Stargate.
Let's do that.
Alright.
Let's see, what bullshit are you about to perpetrate?
I'm trying to figure that out still. Hang on.
It's time to hit a
Are
bit
you
of
Time
fix.
for bullshit.
thornsing me? I think you're wall of thornsing me because I'm fully corroded.
So have you seen all of the Stargate?
No, I haven't.
First SG1?
No, I haven't.
Do I care? I probably care. I should care about that.
It's a really good series.
It really is. The episodes I've watched, because sometimes I like sit down and watch it when she's watching it. My God, such a good show.
It's pretty awesome if you can watch them in order, though, because the series does do self-reference.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
I've
try
noticed
this. All right.
Like, arguably, I think it's actually better than Star Trek.
I think so too.
Just based on what I've seen. Oh, we're going for the damage play. Oh,
Oh, shit.
Dice rolled.
Jesus fuck.
All right.
Okay.
Cast your spells now, dude.
Yeah, because he has no armor.
Yeah.
He's got no armor. Oh yeah.
Okay, this is very bad.
Well, my backup plan was to force pull him into the
And
wall.
he dies during upkeep. He dies during upkeep right now. No, he can use his water glyph.
If he casts anything, he does.
If he casts or moves. If he casts
Yeah.
or moves.
No, I don't die immediately if I cast.
Oh, you can also just
In upkeep, you do
That's
is
right.
what they're saying.
You can just punch him in the face.
In upkeep, I can cast one thing and use my water.
If you cast one thing, if you cast one thing now in upkeep, you'll take 2 damage and only heal. Oh, you get the water glyph up.
Yeah, his water glyph is active right now. So.
Right.
So
I'm gonna get my ass over here so you can't just punch me.
Cool. Take your Mage Bane.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that was it.
Yeah.
I think that might kill him.
There you go, buddy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's dead.
No, I don't have the mana. I'm an idiot, and I'm force pulling
Am I
myself
alive?
that way.
Very nice. Very nice.
But I'm not dead.
You're
Well,
dead. I
think-
just can't math.
I think you are dead, man.
He has a water glyph.
You're gonna take 2 damage during upkeep. You
and
need
heal
1,
2.
and you need 1 more to die, right?
He has
Okay,
water
yeah,
glyph.
you're right.
I mean, it means
Zero.
I can't move or cast anything.
No, you know what?
This is bad.
I'm sorry. You
But
have
yes.
you have Iron Vine. You'll be down to what, 20 or 30? Is that
Oh,
right?
I'll be
you
done.
just one thing without dying. Great.
Yeah.
Well, that changes everything.
Yeah.
Um,
So you're fine, man. You're fine.
yeah,
You're totally fine.
I'm pretty much in the clear.
I mean, you might be able to turn it around. I don't know, man.
I got my
Well, I have a bunch of dice on the board. It could happen.
I got 2 my basically I was trying to get my second force field thing back so I can survive long enough for it to matter.
How many heals spells you got, man?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't answer questions like that.
I don't answer questions. I don't want to really answer.
I'm just saying, you have 135 points, man.
I don't answer questions like that because then I'd have to acknowledge what the answers are myself. And I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I know we got time for
So you
that.
guys don't lose automation. You should probably do the.
I was
water.
gonna heal real quick right
You
now.
should
Yeah.
probably do the heal now.
Oh yeah, right. Healing.
Yeah.
So that I don't die. That would be good.
I don't think the automation will kill you because it only checks after attacks. Interestingly enough, but that's a relic
Oh,
of the
I
past.
didn't know that.
It's a relic of the past. We'll worry about later.
Oh, you took it off twice? No, that's your mana. My bad.
No, he's good. I
It'll-
just at
it'll
some
actually-
point
So it'll
I'm
prompt
gonna
you to
rewrite
pay
the
for it right
code
now,
base.
but it won't.
do I want to
but it
give
won't heal
myself armor? Does that matter right now?
it's a good question.
Do you think armor will save you?
I think if I'm in the situation where armor matters, I've already lost.
Also a good point.
You have
I don't know.
enough
I don't
mana
agree with
for
that.
many forms of bullshit at the moment.
There's
I
that
have enough
mindset.
mana for many forms of bullshit. Bullshit is definitely something I have plenty of.
He's just gonna keep pulling himself, just so you know, and staying out of range of your duders.
I love that
Just
trick
let you know,
with the
man.
mindset.
Damn it. There are things I
Sports
wish I
master's
brought more of. I have problems. In case that wasn't already obvious.
Where's your remove curse?
Oh, we wouldn't help him. Mage Beam would kill him.
Oh, right now, absolutely.
I know.
No, right now I have one spare. Wait. No, right now. I
Yeah,
can't
you'll have
cast
2 spare.
anything,
You
right?
can technically remove curse. You're right. It just, that's cool. Dude, that obelisk play has been saving my ass.
Yeah, that obelisk play is so good right now.
Especially since I just tucked it in the corner when they went away from it.
God, that was.
That saved my ass.
It really did.
Legendary epic.
All right, man. Well, this is basically all I've got. So, let's see.
Legend, wait for it. Dairy.
Oh, nice.
Legendary.
That's awesome.
The Legend of
Yeah.
Dairy.
Legend
That's
of Dairy.
That's a great series.
Yeah.
It's a good series. Alright, I think we're gonna try this one.
Deployment.
It was
phase.
pretty impressive for Neil Patrick Harris to play as such a misogynist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh for sure.
Agreed. Woo!
What is this?
Look at that. That was cute. I like that. Oops, wrong one.
Right. So now I die at upkeep.
I'm gonna put myself here.
Dun
Yeah.
dun dun.
Oh, yeah.
You
I
can-
just lose because you can move out of. Yeah.
Yeah,
Force
but you could,
ball.
actually, you could double move.
Well, I can't yet.
No,
but
hindered.
Oh,
I am hindered. I don't need to
Sorry.
double move either.
how are you hindered?
Where's your pants?
There's a rock.
Rock
there's a
golem.
golem here.
Oh, they're
I
not
don't-
pests.
I'm not wearing it. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not
Where's
they're
your
wearing
not
pants,
that.
man? You need
They're
those
real.
it. I
pants.
have them here. I just don't want to wear them.
I mean, if they
You
were
still wanna
pests,
wear
then they
'em.
couldn't guard.
I like
That's
being
true.
free. Okay.
I guess Force Masters from the desert. I don't know.
I don't know, man. We're
No,
pants
wait, no,
free.
she's
where I
from Hellion. I'm not sure where Hellion
She's
is.
from pants free zone. Okay.
Pants free zone.
Oh,
Okay, but in any case, I think I just lose here because you can just walk one zone away and I can't.
I believe you are correct.
So good game.
Good game, my friend. Good game. That was intense, actually. Like that could have gone either way. I think. Still,
Yeah,
it just was too close.
I just couldn't handle all of your stalling.
Yeah.
shenanigans.
Yeah.
Right.
They had just enough shenanigans.
I mean,
right?
I think Farkas might be right, man. I think this Elementalist might be like super close to being done.
I tend to
Yeah.
agree. And I think that there are ways to beat the Elementalist that exist that I don't know that I see a lot of playtesters doing, that I'm like, I've been doing these for internal games for a long time now. Because I'm the guy who gets to beat up the Elementalist in this case.
That's why I'm having what
I think at the
playing
moment
against
the Airglyph is overcosted.
the Airglyph. So
yeah, I don't think it's really worth it most of the time on 3.
Interesting.
So
I mean, plus 4 to the attack, or the effects is pretty good, but I can see it being borderline.
The feedback we're getting is that Frost and stun locking is why
I
it's so
think
good.
I think that
people keep saying stun locking, but I haven't seen it anyway.
I haven't seen it either.
I haven't ever seen it been done either.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, stuns are only
at 2 or 3
you
mana.
can lock down one of your opponent's creatures. That only matters if they have like a single big creature, which is sort of rare. And if you're stunning a mage, they can just do quick spells.
Yeah, they're like stunning a mage isn't terrible. It's just like Tar Trap. It doesn't stop you from doing everything, but it does. It's annoying, I guess, but
like it screws up one of your turns if you're not planning for it. But if you know they're doing a stun lock, you can just go, okay, I'm going to stun lock.
And I tend to fall in line with that agreement. I don't know if I think it's
but they can't
too
guard or anything.
But I don't think stun lock is the reason it needs to be a problem. Let's put it that way.
I don't know. I think we should do some games with Frost and stuff like that before we really,
I'd like to see it, yeah.
Before we really decide that 3 isn't necessary.
That's fine. We can do this.
I mean, if you really want to like keep your opponent's creatures out of commission, there's that song that always puts a Dazer stun on them. There's all sorts of better things.
You're right.
Relying on lightning attack.
Blind is really good. All those things. I agree.
Yeah.
It's the Frost thing that I think is a big thing, because Frost is such a.
But I
mean, honestly, it's such a swingy condition. You know, it feels like it's really good or really bad right now. Which, you know, I don't know. It's just how it is right now.
I'll be back in 1 minute.
Yep. I don't know if we're gonna play another game, but I don't know. Up to you guys. It's getting a little late.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about that game?
I was disoriented and distressed the entire time. But I think that's the case with any deck against that book.
Yeah. So are you gonna change your book at all based on seeing this?
Or
would you play differently, I guess?
I'm not sure how I would play.
Okay.
Because it's hard to like nail down what the book's trying to do. I'd have to think on it.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, this tells me that I'm not running enough dispels, but I knew that already, and I don't want to run more of them.
It's tough. It's tough to run them in this mage.
I don't like running.
It is tough, and that's why
I don't like running lots of dispels in normal book.
I tend to think the dispel route is not the way to beat this mage. The way to beat this mage is if you can. Honestly, a Tanglevine would have really hurt. Yeah. Tanglevine and then take the hits from all those guys. I got away just enough to get you dead. If you can find a way to get it so I'm not getting away again.
You played Tar Trap. It was a really solid move.
Tar Trap was solid. Tar Trap doesn't stop me from being force pulled or force pushed.
Right.
Yeah.
Tanglevine, on the other hand, just as an example, a single Tanglevine.
Yeah.
I mean,
might be all you need.
I mean, I think it's a lesson in improving like some of the. That book is a lesson in the importance of a lot of just the standard support cards. Teleport, words, dispels, resolve, all that stuff. Yep. Which no one builds their deck around, builds their book around, of course, but that you need to, and Tanglevines, but that you need to include for situations like this.
Yeah.
And the Force Master in general is really good with those.
That's true. I'm curious how you felt about the dissolving of the amulets, because that is something I don't see enough people doing, I don't think, to try to counter the Elementalist.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah.
I don't see it a lot. I think because generally, people only go for mana crystals if they have spare actions. People never dissolve like mana rings because they're these stinky 2 mana things that no one pays attention to. And
they're
generally, I've seen people basically treat the amulet the same way.
Yeah. I'd be interested to see what happens more if people started attacking the amulet and attacking the engine that makes this possible to see if they still think the Elementalist is overpowered. Because I think that's how you attack the Elementalist, personally. Like, you go for those things to make it so he's on a level playing field. If he's on a level playing field, he has to either pay for big-ass Elementals, which are strong in their own right, but they take a lot to get out, or he has to adjust in some other fashion to make it so they can get advantage. I don't think the advantage exists if you stop that engine from just ramping to the point that you can't stop them, you know? And I think that's what I see a lot of people who are like, oh, the Elementalist is still too strong, not doing. Right? They let him do his thing. They just sit back and let him do his thing and try to outdo him with their thing, instead of just throwing a wrench in the machine and watching the machine kind of, derail itself a little bit.
Every book has some engine that's building at the time. The Elementalist is more fragile than others. Because your channeling is stuck on this 5-mana enchantment, 5-mana equipment that can.
And I'm also curious to see what the response will be eventually from the Elementalists who start countering that. Well, they're going to dissolve this, so can I get around it? There's still some development iterations.
The counter to that is run 6 copies and have a battle for it, so you're trading for it while each time.
If that's the case, then where does that end up leading? I guess is where it ends up being. Like, do you need the amulet that bad, or can you adjust tactics? I don't actually know the answer to this. This is where I'm interested to see where the iterations go prior to making any more balance changes, in my personal opinion.
I'm not sure if it's a matter of needing the amulet per se. It's just that it starts paying for itself so quickly that it's always a good trade to just replay your amulet, unless you're like in the last couple rounds of the game.
It could be.
Farkas doesn't think he's OP. He's actually closer than people realize. Yeah,
and that's where I tend to lean as well, because of situations where I don't see people attacking the strength of they let the Elementalist just keep doing the thing he's strong at, and then lose to him and wonder why. Whereas I wonder what happens if people attack into his strength, attack into it where he's weak. It's fairly. If their plan is banked on them using that amulet to do a thing, if you attack the amulet, what happens? If their plan is banked on them having a Pandemonium with 4 discount, what happens when you take that away? If their plan is based on having Rock Golem's Guard, what happens when you ignore them? Right? There's all kinds of different strategies to attack him, but most of those strategies don't line up with what you do against other mages either. And so some of the strategy I'm not seeing is people thinking outside of, well, what happens in every other case that we play? It's more of a, well, why doesn't the thing I do against everybody else work here?
Yeah, which that screams Druid, right?
Yeah.
So normally you have to change your tactics against Druid. Same thing with Wizard. This is just having a very similar thing.
The other interesting thing this round, I think, was the Elemental trick, and I feel like it didn't really get tested properly because of everything else going on this round.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah, but I definitely think it wasn't quite as powerful as I was expecting, because on paper, plus Uta all your fire attack spells looks nice, but really attack spells are inherently inefficient even when they get boosted a lot. So planning on using them.
Yeah, and if I had killed the Drake early, what would you do? You'd be out of Fireglyph.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good trade, because the Drake can do some shit ton of damage on its way out, but it might die, and if it does, where are you at?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, but compared to a normal creature, I spent 13 mana and 13 in mana and 2 actions to get it, and it would let me essentially play it ideally just with a bunch of fire streams, pay 3 mana a turn for 7 die attack. So if we're assuming the standard, if we're comparing this to Allendale, it does sort of a similar thing without the adjustability.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more damage than you'd expect from any normal creature, but
I think it's fair. And in some ways, it's kind of a glass cannon, because Allendale's actually harder to kill than this guy.
Yeah, he
but
is.
I might change that. But from a strictly attack spell standpoint, like a fireball, there are ways to kill it pretty easily. That's all. And I say that. Yeah,
Farkas says he didn't notice anything super crazy with the Drake. Probably just more games needed. Yeah,
it could be this matchup. It very well could be.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wonder if Drake is worth it. Just if you forget the familiar trait most of the time, you play him with a Fireglyph. You spend 10 mana for a flyer with a 5 die piercing, 1 attack, 2 armor, and 12 life. That's
pretty
nice.
an interesting question too.
If you just are like, I don't
fire
need.
does it draw?
I mean, even with the water glyph or earth glyph, it's still really good.
Yeah, and with the earth glyph, he has 4 armor.
Like 4 armor flying, that's hard to deal with.
It is.
You know?
But yeah, flyer with the 5 die attack, and every 4th turn you throw a fire stream.
But if you use the armor, if you use the earth one, for example, and you have extra armor on him, you don't get to use it on your mage, or you do, and you don't get on break for that turn. Like
that's true.
The deactivated rune will change it, so it is an interesting.
Water
still,
might be better.
I guess it's still an interesting choice.
I guess there's not really a good reason to run air on him right now.
That's true, because he doesn't have an effect on his thing.
Unless you want to cast like lightning spells. I guess that's why you do it, right?
Like,
you want to cast lightning spells.
I mean, if he constantly casts Jetstream, getting +4 on a Jetstream means like auto push through your wall of thorns
or
here.
Even like
that could theoretically do a thing.
That definitely seems helpful. I was thinking like, I'll just run for arc lightnings and put the wind glyph on him, and I can stun something every turn. But
4 arc lightnings.
It's again,
4 mana for a stun each turn.
If it's 4 Jetstreams, you push him into the wall.
It's a 5.
Like that's an extra 3 dice every time you attack.
Yeah.
So
there's
a
lot to explore with this guy, I guess.
But again, compare that to just putting a fire glyph on it. You're getting a 5 die attack each turn.
It's kind of like
it just has less flexibility. That's all.
It's kind of a cookie, not a cookie cutter. It's kind of like
there's a lot of
it's a build your own familiar. It almost feels like,
Yeah.
right?
And I'd be interested to see how more of that plays out. I don't think it's broken yet, but I'd like to see more of it. I don't know. I liked how the Drake was looking, honestly, and it was a scary threat I did have to deal with. That the Curse of Servitude did its job a little bit, but it wasn't.
I kind of like the idea of.
We're gonna have to deal with it more.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea of building the Drake into. Just embrace the idea that when you put a fire glyph on it, it can be like a kind of decent vanilla creature.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that's an interesting idea.
That, make it vampiric.
I mean,
put bear strength on it.
Keep build around it, yeah.
And deal out 7.
If you think he's gonna die, you could just use the rune and be like, "All right, you're gonna die, whatever," you know. Just use it.
Yeah, there's
up and then
a lot of interesting strategic choices there. That's all. Yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to see more data on it. If you guys would like to play, I'm cool watching, but I think I'm going to tap out for playing.
Yeah, I think I'm
at this
good
point
right now as well. But if you guys keep playing, I'll keep streaming.
Yeah, I'm just getting a little tired. That's all.
I don't know. I don't know if Farkas or Zod or Ferno, if you guys want to play.
If you guys want to get a game, I'd be glad to watch and stuff.
I'm up for another game, but after that, I should probably go.
I'm up for watching a game, but Farkas, you jump in and play him because I'm.
If Farkas wants to,
I'm fading a little bit right now.
Yeah, that's where I am too. Like,
if not, we'll shut the stream down.
I'm up to watching, but not playing as much as I would love to play.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Yeah.
Testing. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. All right, we're probably gonna shut the stream down then.
Oh, Farkas isn't gonna play?
No.
Yeah, everyone's
definitely night. I mean, it's pretty late.
Yeah,
so
I appreciate you guys all. Like, the feedback and the playtesting has been really good. Thank you guys, seriously.
Yeah, I think I would like to play some games tomorrow night.
Heck yeah.
Well, tomorrow night starting a little earlier.
We will be streaming tomorrow night. Shark and I do have an IGL game for 3v3. So I'm not exactly sure what time we're going to be around for Mage Wars, but we'll be around.
Okay.
So yeah, everyone that's joining us today, thank you. This will probably go up on YouTube just to kind of be like, hey, here's some cool